We're live.
Are you going to post in the Discord?
Everybody, huh?
Are you going to post in the Discord?
You can.
Announcements?
Just put it in the general chat for right now. Until we figure out how we're going to do it. Hey, only in Ohio. What mobs? Welcome in, welcome in. How y'all doing? Mac, how's it going tonight? Babita. Yeah, I think you were first only. Well, of course, behind Deck Daughter in there, but yeah, that's pretty quick. Glad you saw it. Glad you popped in. Welcome. What's everybody up to tonight? Anything fun, interesting? Did y'all have a good Sunday? Get things cleaned up here. So, for those who were around a little while ago, yeah, Mac, that's what I was just getting ready to say. I told everybody that I've got Magic cards from back when I was in middle school. I found them and decided to bring them out, and I'll do a little show and tell tonight. Show you guys what I got. I threw them into tcgplayer.com. The Lazy Emu, welcome. Threw them into tcgplayer.com, and it's pretty funny, like the range of value. I've got 5 cards that if they were near mint, there's one guy selling them for like $1,000 a piece. I got 5 of them. Like if I were to do all of the cards, I think it was like 84 cards here. If I were to do all of them, it would come out to like almost just under $6,500. It's pretty crazy the value. But these are in rough shape. They're not going to get any of that. Did somebody say ping in announcements?
Yes.
Who said that?
Mimi.
Oh. Yeah, whatever. I mean, just we're still trying to figure out. Spell table. No. So I don't. This is not a playable deck. I mean, it's not. Don't say that. This is not a playable deck. It's kind of all over the place. I just found it. Do you
want me to delete it?
Huh?
Do you want me to delete it?
No, you can also post it in announcements, whatever. Yeah, it's.
No, I mean delete what I just said.
No, it's fine. I don't care. Sorry, Deck Daughter distracting me here. No, so I don't play. I have not played Magic with actual cards since probably 1997, maybe. It's been a few minutes since I've played with actual cards. I played on Arena on the phone to kind of get back into it a little bit, but I found them. Like I said, I was going to do a show and tell. And show you guys what I got. So for some of you Magic players that join in all the time, hey, Targon, yeah, it's so I've got my Magic. We are a Lorcana, channel primarily, but we do compare it to Magic. We do have a lot of Magic fans that hop in and learn Lorcana and just hang out with us for the vibe and for the community. So, are
we doing cookies tonight?
If you want to, I don't care.
Yes.
So I played Magic way back in middle school, and I found my deck downstairs. But by deck, I mean just I found my cards. Lorcana, how is Lorcana? It's fun. It's a great family game. It's a little bit easier than Magic. It's not as confusing, not as complicated, I'd say. If I were to compare it to like 1995 Magic, I'd say it's about the same because it wasn't like super complicated way back then. But with Commander and all that other stuff, Tabby, thank you for that follow. We appreciate that. But now with Commander and all that stuff, I don't even know Commander, so I'm kind of talking out of the side of my mouth a little bit here. But it's gotten a little more complicated. So and feedback that I've heard from people that know Magic now have said that Lorcana is a little bit easier, but the premise is the same. You've got decks. You've got standards around the constructed deck that you have to build. You have to build within certain parameters. You play a resource. In Magic, it's mana, right? Lands and water, all that stuff. You play a resource, and then you use that resource to play your cards, your characters, your in Magic, it'd be your creatures and your spells and all that stuff, right? You play that. Now, where it differs, one, in Magic, you have different color of lands and mana and stuff like that, and then that color dictates what you can play, what cards. In Lorcana, there's only one ink. That's your resource. It's called ink. So you play ink, and it's essentially colorless, right? You use ink, and then you use that to monofrogs and hope for the best. Not sure what that is, but I can kind of assume based on little context clues in there that it's kind of like just winging it and seeing what happens. But yeah, no. So that's where it differs a little bit. As long as you have ink on play, then you can play the cards that cost that amount of ink. The other way that it differs is in Magic, you're dealing damage points to your opponent, and you're trying to deal 20 damage points, health points, or whatever to your opponent. In Lorcana, you are the object is to race to 20 lore. So you're racing your opponent rather than trying to beat them or take them out. So that's also a little bit different there. But otherwise, all in all, no, the ink do not disappear after use. They stay. So you exert it, you tap it, right, and you use it. So during your turn, it stays exerted and tapped, and you can't use it. But then on your next ready phase, upkeep in Magic speak, you untap, you unexert, and ready that ink, and then you can use that to spend again. So no, it does not disappear. And right now, there's no mechanic in the game that I'm aware of that removes ink from the board. There is some mechanic that adds ink. There are some actions and some cards that will add ink and stuff like that. But there is no action right now that will remove the ink. Yeah, no, and all excellent questions. That's why we're here. So Tarragon, you're new to the channel or new to my lives. We are here to hang out, chat. What we think kind of separates us from most of the TCG streamers out there and content creators. Most of them are ripping packs and showing it. From what I've seen, very few get in and do gameplay. We do gameplay every night. Every time we go on live, we're battling and playing each other. I play with my daughter. She's on the other side because she's under 18, and TikTok doesn't like it. Hey, welcome TCG. How's it going? TikTok doesn't like under 18 in there, so she won't be on Face, but you'll hear her. She's the entertainment in this channel. She's the true.
I'm the yapper.
She's the true.
Why is my shirt all crusty?
Draw. Who knows? The way you eat,
Shut up.
Manning, thank you for that follow. We appreciate that. Forgot the cards existed. I need to catch up. You're replying to somebody there. Let me see. What do we?
Wait, who asked about me?
Excuse me.
Why
No. I was just explaining. To what reprints are you most excited about, and what have they announced so far? Oh, yikes. Man, I am working on 45 minutes of sleep, so you're gonna have to forgive me tonight. First of all, it's at the point where if I go to bed now, it's gonna be done because I'll wake up early. So I'm just gonna power it out until bedtime. I got 45 minutes last night because I was up working a presentation. They have. I'm excited for the big tink, the giant tink.
Thank you for the heart me.
Oh, thank you so much, TCG. I'm excited about the big tink. That's one that I don't have, and I haven't done a whole lot of collecting of the first year. And she was in the first chapter, so I'm excited for that one because that's a really really cool card. I like the art on it. Are you
gonna play me against Magic? What?
No, I haven't pulled my decks out yet. I just have this up here because that would be kind of interesting to try to adapt Magic to. I don't know.
We should do that.
No, that'd be weird. Play Magic by Lorcana rules. But as far as announced. I mean, I'd say right now I'd say that one. I need to go in and look at it again because I'm having a total brain fart on that.
Or Lorcana by Magic rules.
Ink Geyser removes ink and puts it in your hand. Does it? I didn't even know that.
Caitlin!
Welcome in, Caitlin. And W. Stewart, thank you for that follow a little bit ago. Appreciate that. Serious and Goofy, great combo team. Yeah, I'm the
bestie.
Giant Tink, Sonic Aerial. Yeah, Curse Merfolk. Yeah, that's a good one. That's going to be a really good.
I want to show Caitlin my thing that took me a year to make, and it's for Oakland because
thank you, TCG.
my measurements were bad.
I was just talking to her about your you guys talking with her or whatever. The crochet.
Yeah. So
What's
I
up,
started
Kyle?
it the last time that he went to Guatemala. This was the first thing I've ever crocheted, as you can tell. Right there. And right there. Wait, where is it? Right there.
Oh, give me 1 second. Actually, I need to run up. You keep talking. I need to grab that card from up here.
Yeah, it's a blanket. I was gonna make it for me, but then my nephew came to life, so I was like, this doesn't fit me, so it's for my nephew. So yeah, whenever he comes, he gets it. He loves blankies. It's his favorite thing in the world. He loves blankies and babies. So like his baby dolls. So he calls them BBs and babies. Don't get them mixed up. BBs and babies. If you give him one, he'll be mad. If you give him the other, he'll be happy. So he goes, BB. For blanket, I give him the blanket and he's like, yay. But that's the blanket story. I have a bunny upstairs.
TCG, you're talking about the tournament Enchanted that we got? Oh, thank you so much for that heart me tabby. We appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, so that's the Enchanted we got for top 8 in our set champs yesterday. Yeah, it's pretty cool Jafar. No, so I got one and Deck Daughter got one. Because there were 8 players registered. There were 8 players in the tournament, and top 8 get the Enchanted promo. So we kind of got it by default. Game night, welcome in. I placed 6th place out of 8, so respectable for my first competitive tournament ever. I've only ever played against Deck Daughter really. And then a little bit on like Ink Table. I've played on Lorcanito, but when I played there, I've gotten beat because the guys that I played, they were pulling out like these super meta like $400 decks that they don't own, but whatever. So they wiped the floor with me on that one. So competitively, I mean, really, I've only ever played Deck Daughter when I played. So for my first time getting out competitive against decks that I hadn't seen and played and stuff in person and all, to come in 6th place, not too shabby. It was we did 3 rounds. I won 1 of the 3. I went 1 and 2. So I took a steel. I took an Emerald Steel deck, and actually, I need to pull up my. While we talk, I need to modify this again.
I don't think anyone else played proxies.
Not in the tournament. No, there were no proxies. Not in this tournament. I was talking on Lorcanito. The few times that I've played Lorcanito, it's an online forum format that you can play. It's you load in your deck, like you just import whatever deck you want. It's not on Lorcanito.
GameStop grades cards.
Yeah, I know.
Max said.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah. They do PSA. I'm wanting to do Beckett for my misprint because Beckett is lesser known. It's not lesser known.
Why not play with your misprint so that you can quest for 5?
Because you can. It's a quest for 2. Oh, I've been saying it for a week. No worries. But yeah, the misprint that I have, I want to get graded just to have it because it's a misprint. I did a little bit of research. It's a fairly common misprint, so it's not going to be super valuable, but it's a misprint, and so because it is rather unique to my collection at least. I was thinking about getting it graded, and Beckett. So actually, Beckett has a more stringent grading system. So cards that would get like a 10 gem mint on PSA would get like an 8 or 9 mint with Beckett because they're a little bit more stringent on that stuff. The misprint crystal is and I'll pull it out of this top loader so you can see it a little bit better. So it's an Elsa Ice Maker foil. And what it is Elsa Ice Maker quests for 2, but they printed it on a foil stock that was meant for 3 lore. So you can see the 3 kind of lore pips where they kind of shadow it out, so it shows off the lore. So if you look down, let me see if I can get it focused in there. Let me see. Man, there we go. So you see how it's kind of you see that?
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah. So that's the misprint. So I'm thinking about doing that one because it's just one. And like I may if I get like a really 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 cool enchanted or something like that. Like I'm not going to send this Jafar enchanted off for grading. But Beckett, so everything that I've read is that PSA is great if your intent is to sell the card. Go with PSA because it's a little more widely recognized. But if you're looking for a true collector item, Beckett is kind of the way to go. And they do the black label. So like their top 10, like their 10 gem mint, they have a 10 that is a gold label. But then they have one above that that's like a black label, and that's their prestigious like.
Oh, thank you for the tiny Diny.
Oh my goodness, Tabby, we appreciate. Thank you. And hey guys, we appreciate all the gifts. We never. That's one of the things on this channel. We don't beg for gifts like you find a lot of other channels. We absolutely appreciate it. We do. But if you're going to give gifts, I'll give you a heads up. If you guys want to give the gifts, I am in 20 minutes. I'm going to do a test battle. We're calling it like a tutorial battle with TCG Fanatic in here. I haven't done a battle yet. My agency wants me to do one. I don't even know if I want to do them on this channel, but I'm gonna see what it's about. It's going to be very low key. We're not going to sit here and do the crazy crap, but TCG,
go crazy.
TCG has been doing battles for a bit, so I'm hoping to learn a little bit of knowledge from him. Get him on here so you guys can see it. Go give him a follow. He's a fantastic creator as well.
Please, we love TCG. Any TCG slander on this channel will not be tolerated. If I hear any TCG slander, you get the boot.
Yeah, so I figured we'll hop on. So at 8:30, we're planning on kicking that off at 8:30. Just kind of see how it goes. So if you guys want and are gonna gift, save it for that because that's where it'll be useful to help me win. But that's the only time I'm going to beg for or even mention giving me gifts because we appreciate it. I take that back. I do say the heart me's because that helps the algorithm. And they're like one coin, but even that I don't ask or beg for those. But if you're going to give a gift, the heart me's are like the top for us. We prefer that because of the algorithm boost. That's why we're here. So all of you that are new to the channel, we are here to try to build and grow this Lorcana community.
Mac is still finding glitter.
To make a place that this Lorcana community can come together, learn, grow, build the fan base. We love. I do not have a so Deck Daughter is my mod right now.
I'm the best mod ever.
Are you seeing something TCG that we need? Did I miss something?
If it's Mac, he's chill. We know him IRL.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, had me kind of scared there asking. Yeah, the Deck Daughter kind of runs the mods since she can't be on screen. She kind of watches and does all that right now. And we're not big enough, I don't think, to, I mean, unless you want to mod for us. But no, you didn't do anything, Mac. No. But anyway.
I said if it's Mac, he's chill. We know him IRL because he said funny story. I don't know how that related.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, so what I was saying, this channel, we're all about just, chilling, hanging out. We play Lorcana together. We welcome all trading card stuff. I don't know a lot of it, but I love it when others that do come in and talk about it. Even here, I don't restrict this to Lorcana only, because I mean, we play Lorcana, but we're trying to grow this community, and so we're going to teach Lorcana. We want people that are curious. We want people that are that want to learn it. But we don't restrict that. This is all about just kind of hanging out, talking trading cards, primarily Lorcana, but trading cards in general, and just having fun.
TCG's going on live.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I'll send you an invite in a little bit, and in a few minutes, and we can.
Imagine you send it right now.
Tabby, current chase card. I would say the Stitch Experiment 626 from Reign of Jafar. I'd say that's probably my chase right now. I love Stitch. Fantastic card.
Baymax.
So while we chat, I am going to I'm going to sort out and adjust my deck a little bit real quick. So before we so this is going to be a little bit boring, but I'll try to continue talking. Deck Daughter is going to stay on. What are you doing?
Oh. So people don't hear me crunch food in your ear.
Yeah, she's eating some Doritos.
Oh, by the way, if you like spicy, go for these. Go for these.
Yeah, Jay. And today I think it went through. I restricted the channel right now. I didn't delete it yet. Thank you. I did see that they shut it down. I haven't looked. MC, thank you for that follow. We appreciate that. I haven't done a whole lot of research into it because like yesterday, I can't remember if you were on yesterday, but I was up late last night. Like I literally got 45 minutes of sleep today total, working on a presentation that we had for church, and so I've been slammed with that. And then Crystal, thank you.
This morning we had a church presentation. Well, not presentation, but like about Guatemala, and I had to go up there and talk about it. And my notes app decided to give me a Hardee's advertisement while I was on stage in the middle of my speech. I'm like, no one cares about Hardee's. Everyone laughed hysterically. I was like,
Is that what that was? I was wondering what the...
Yeah. And then I sat there for 5 minutes until Sam was like, oh, you just gotta press that button. And I was like...
That's funny. That's funny. All right. Oh no. Right? And
I didn't know how to close out of it. I was tapping my screen everywhere until Sam was like, yep, just that button. I was like,
the question is, what notes app are you running that has ads in it?
It's literally just some random notes app I got off of Google.
Let's see. Oh, nice, Mac. Nice. Beamer, give me a second. What do we say? What did I miss? Oh, I love your Steel Song deck. Yeah, so I don't have the right cards to do a proper Steel Song. Right now, I kind of like my I like my Emerald Steel.
He asked what decks you're running.
Yeah, what do you run? And that's what I'm talking about. I like my Emerald Steel that I've got here. So I ran that at Set Champs yesterday. But I tweaked it on Dreamborn, but I forgot to make the changes before I went to Set Champs. And so I played Set Champs with a deck that was not as strong as it could be, or at least not in my mind as strong as it could have been. So I'm kind of disappointed there. I did build out a Blurple, so a Ruby Amethyst deck that I kind of like. I played Deck Daughter with that a few times. Chaotic, thank you for those likes.
Jay, we're a Samsung family. So
There's a notes app in there.
hang on. I didn't know about it when I got my phone, so I just downloaded a random notes app, and bam! Now I have a random notes app that I use more than my actual notes app.
Tabby, how do we get into Lorcana? So we go to Disney almost every year. And then this year in May when we went to Disney. So I played Magic back when I was younger, way back. Chaotic, how's it going? I played Magic back when I was younger in middle school. I found some of my cards from like 1994, 95 in there. That's when I played. Yeah. So I kind of knew a little bit of the game. I've talked a little bit with Deck Daughter. We were at Disney. We went to Disney Springs. We were in the World of Disney, like the big store there, and saw some Lorcana. We decided I bought one starter deck. She bought one starter deck. I bought a trove because you got to have a box to put your cards in. We said we're only going to buy this, and we'll just learn how to play and have a good time. And like 4,200 cards later, something like that. Here we are.
4,200 cards, 2 TikToks, 1 Discord later.
Yeah, crazy.
What?
What are we throwing down here? So that's chaotic. That's why I brought them out. I've got some. I put them in. I put them in TCGplayer.com. I loaded them up. There are 5 cards that if they were near mint, there's a guy looking for $1,000 a piece, and I've got one of each of those 5. So I'll show you guys here in just a few minutes. That's why I've got it out here, and one of the reasons I brought it out. So we're gonna battle TCG Fanatic in a little bit. Here I'll show you a couple of these cards that I have. So this one is from 1994. I forget. I think this is I forget the name of the set.
Mac wants the website.
For the value, it's tcgplayer.com. Let me see. I forget the name of the. Oh my goodness! They want me to log in here. I forget the name of the series on this, but chaotic. I've got a Sea Singer from 1994. Let's see if I can get my shadow out of there. There you go. You see it? Yeah. So that one, there's a guy out there looking for like $1,000 for a near mint. He's got a near mint and listed it for like $1,000, which is crazy. All total, I've got like 84 cards. All total at the high end of what's out there. It's like just under $6,500 worth of cards. So pretty crazy. Let me see. I'm trying to find Fallen Empires. Is the name of the collection. Fallen Empires, the Sea Singer, and then I've got one from Visions that's also on the high end is $1,000. Let me pull this one up and show you.
I find that hard to believe, considering the collection you showed me.
There we go. Let me see if I can. So that one also about $1,000 there. But this one's not going to take it. I mean, you can see it's beat up on the top edge and everything. So it's not. These are not that near mint. These are not going to get me $1,000. These were beat up. They've been sitting down in a plastic tub for 20 plus years. And through several moves and everything else, unsleeved. So none of these are going to pull that high end. But I mean, it tells me though that they're a little more valuable than the others. And then people ask, I guess like white border cards, but none of these are valuable. like they're all in the 10 to 20 cent range. But I've got like half of this collection are those white borders.
Oh, that's spicy.
So let me see. I'm going to let me see if I can pull in TCG as a co-host here, because like I said, I'm gonna battle him in a little bit at 8:30 in 7 minutes. All right, let's invite. See what we can do here. So guys, bear with me a little bit. I'm new to all this battle stuff, so this is going to be we're calling it a tutorial battle. What's up,
You caught me
TCG?
while I was eating.
TCG.
Let me see. I need to switch my sound. Where is this? Oh, it's right there. There we go. All right. Now I think I can hear you.
TCG, my snack is better.
For sure.
What is it?
Flamin' Hot Doritos.
Yum.
All right.
Wait, I can hear Caitlin. Caitlin.
All right. And guys,
Bestie.
let me know real quick. I mean, is the audio is it echoing pretty bad? I'm getting that live disconnected thing, TCG, that thing that you were talking about earlier, where it keeps saying live disconnected. I mean, it looks okay on my side, but it keeps popping up, so I don't know.
Yeah, you're gonna have to close out and then come back. Now it's not gonna hurt your live or anything. What you're gonna do is you're gonna get out of your live and then close out TikTok, open it back up. It's gonna say that your live was paused. So you'll be able to get right back in.
Well, it went away, so I'm not going to worry about it. And I
Okay.
think Deck Daughter's over here monitoring it and all. But
Mine was doing that like every 30 seconds.
yeah, I was just going through. We were talking on your live a little bit ago about some of my Magic cards. I loaded them all up into TCG Player, and if these go for the high end, it's like just under $6,500. I've got 84 cards total. But none of these are near mint. But I've got 5 cards, and I was just telling Chaotic in here, I've got 5 cards that there's a
Thank you,
guy
Max.
that wants like $1,000 for each of these, and I was showing him. So I mean, since you're a magic guy, I've got like this is one of them, Song of Blood, from like 1990. What is this? This one doesn't have a date on it. This is from the collection is called Visions.
Yeah, that's like 1998, isn't it?
I know. I mean, I think that's around like it's 94, 95, 96 because all these cards are right around that era.
I was only like 6 at that time.
I was in middle school, so I was like 12, maybe 11. This one is from let's see, the collection on this one is called Fallen Empires. And this one is another one that the guy is asking like $1,000. Sea Singer from 1994. So
Sweet.
pretty interesting, and you know the Deckmaster or whatever. So
Cookies are done.
yeah, a bulk of them. I mean, you know, honestly, they're all like 5, 8, 10 cents, something like that. So like on the low end, the minimum that everybody's asking, the whole deck is worth $8.31. On the high end, it's $6,489. So big swing.
Ow!
Pretty crazy. Pretty.
Oh,
I mean, even low
Excuse
end
me.
though, that's still nice money.
Yeah, I mean $8. Yeah, it's $8. It's just been sitting down there.
The water bottle just abused me, bro.
But yeah, cool. So, all right. So, like I was saying, I mean, you know, I haven't been live. You've gone live quite a bit. I mean, not live, but live battles quite a bit. I see there's the get started there on the left. Challenge creators. Is that the battle? Is that
So you're gonna see the 2 gloves where it says match.
let's see. Maybe this is a like a pop up. I'm gonna click get started. See what. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So and now I see
Yep.
a live match, and It says withdraw.
And then I'll
Does
have
that
to,
mean-
yeah, I'll have to accept on my end, and then
Okay.
we'll start.
Okay, so all right, and I prepped everybody, and again, everybody that's on here on my live, I appreciate it. Hang with us. This is just going to be one of those like tutorials just to see what it goes on. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Taps are free. 3 taps is allowed for everybody. There's going to be a short time where there's going to be a multiplier on the points.
okay.
That's going to be whenever you want to throw your most gifts. And then at the very last 30 seconds is what's called the snipe period. That's whenever people will throw out gifts
The big
to
ones.
try to swing it.
Okay,
When did you use the mist?
so figure we'll there we go. I guess it's live, right? But
Yeah.
all right, so we've got and on this when it comes up with like the times 3 and stuff like that, is there anything does it warn you? Does it show you, or does it?
Yeah, it'll show up in the chat. It'll
Okay.
be a little red bar that says times 3 for
Got it. Okay.
60 seconds or whatever.
Because I know in all the training videos with the agency there, they talk about, like preempting all that and all their hype stuff. It's like tell people and I'm,
You see my new corner light?
Not yet. You're taking
love
taking
it.
advice from the agency too, huh?
Yeah, I tried to watch all the training videos and stuff like that and tried to take it to heart, but
Yeah.
I just don't have the money for all that startup stuff. They're like, oh, it's an investment. And
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
it'll be. I mean, I'll take money that I make and buy stuff, but I'm not doing it all at once.
Sure. Well, and for me, the backlighting is not really going to work for my my setup. I'd have to move like down to the basement where I've got a different setup that has a wall behind me and everything. So
The mist is best used at the last 30 seconds. You'll get power-ups later, like people will get power-ups for you.
Okay.
Because you want to do battle prep before your battles, and they'll get boosters being in the top 3, so the top 3 people here.
Okay.
They'll get boosters based on their performance.
Okay.
And there's like boosting gloves, which add multipliers. There's mist, which will hide the opponent's score. There's a stun hammer, which supposedly like makes things difficult to see. But yeah, it's just there's all kinds of little power ups and tricks and stuff.
okay, and the mist.
I'm
and all
still
that.
working with that stuff. I'm not great with it yet.
Well, and so the mist, that's something that that my followers and people in here, they toss that, right? It's not anything that I do.
Correct. Yeah,
okay.
it's going to be in their gifts. There's going to be a third tab in the gifts that has power ups and stuff like that. Like one
Okay.
day I got 3 free roses. I don't know how I got them, and I ended up sending them to people.
Okay. So yeah, everybody tap the screen because I'm losing right now. Free taps. That's what we got to do here. But
I use
okay.
my taps. I was gonna use half of mine and then go to TCG and give him some.
You can't. You can only tap one person.
Yeah.
Ah!
And I'm
It's
not
okay.
tapping mine. I'm not gonna cheat on over here.
Oh no, you can tap yours if you want to. It's not going to do any good.
Well, I'm on my alt account, the one that I'm on.
That's perfect. I'm not going to judge you.
No, I'm just saying. Maybe if I'm doing like one of those random prearranged battles through the agency or something, I'll do everything that I can because I know they're going to go nuts. But for me, it's.
Oh, thank you for the cherry.
Oh yeah, there we go, Tabby. Thank you. Give us a little bit. Thank you so much. Cherry on top, right? Okay, so I'm looking, and I use Studio. You use your phone, right? I'm just I'm just kind of looking around, trying to see. I mean, so there's not really a whole lot on our end to do like controls or things like that because I see
Nope.
3 people right below my my screen. Those are the top 3 you're talking about, right?
Those are your top 3 performers. You want to be sure to thank them.
Yeah.
And then usually in a battle, you want to thank yours and then thank your opponents as well. That way, they feel gratitude from both sides.
Yeah. Okay. And so you're saying that so for the battle prep, that's done before you go battle, and so is that people that have
Yeah.
gifted and tapped prior?
5 days before your big battle, you want to go on and battle at least once that day. That way, you can go battle randoms.
Okay.
And then get people that are in your room to just send 1 rose or 2 roses. That way they get up on this board and they send a gift. It doesn't matter if they send a big gift or a small gift. They can
Okay.
still get rewarded for it.
Got it. Okay.
Wow, booster balloon.
And I'm trying to click on my view more to see who these folks are. It looks like Tabby on mine,
Mac and Mimi.
Mac and Mimi. Okay,
Watch the snipe, guys. They're gonna snipe.
there we go. It finally just
Oh,
pulled
thank
up
you
for
for
me.
the roses.
Yes.
Oh yeah, thank
You can
you.
use it right now.
And then so Tabby's my number 1, Mac's my number 2, and Mimi is my number 3. Jay coming in right there on the in 4th place, and then Megs looks like number 1 for you, right? And then
They sent me.
Desi,
Thank you
Yeah.
for the summer sun.
and Desi and Caitlin's on number 3 for you. Okay, nice. Okay, so it's a little bit simpler than I was thinking. I guess I was overthinking,
Manual.
which is what I do, right? Oh, okay, nice, Tabby. Thank you so much. That was crazy. Okay.
Now you see how you couldn't see my score there towards
Right.
the
Yep.
end.
Yep.
That's because my people use the mist, which hid it from you.
But you could see.
Thank you,
it, right?
Max. Yeah, I can still see it.
Okay. Awesome.
I saw that you guys were coming for the snipe. Thank you, Mama.
That was all Tabby right there. Thank you, Tabby, with the what are these the
Sun.
summer sun.
Thank you,
Oh,
Megs, Caitlin, Deezy.
Yeah.
Okay, so in a normal battle, you're gonna want to go and mute your opponent for the battle.
Okay.
You greet them. You know just talk to them for a few minutes before you start the battle.
Yep.
Then you're gonna want to mute them once the battle starts. You apologize, say, hey, I'm gonna mute you so I can focus on my team. Mute them and just talk to your team.
Right.
Focus on
thank you,
them.
Tabby.
Focus
Have a good
on
night.
your score. After that, you don't have to really worry about it. At the end of the battle, like now, when the victory lap's going on, that's whenever you want to unmute them after you have thanked your team. Unmute them so you can go and thank their team.
Got it. Okay. And that's where I'm struggling with the battle stuff, because like the vibe of my room is not that go out and beg for gifts and stuff like that.
No.
And so muting, so that's where, like, for me, I envision like battles being, I don't know if you saw my my note. I mean, be one of those things that we just get on and co-host, right?
Right.
And maybe play Lorcana together, and then we pause, and then maybe we do a battle, and the winner of the battle gets like 5 lore to their counter or something, right?
Ooh.
I mean, something silly, right? I mean, nothing at
Right.
stake other than just to let our fans.
How about they get to banish one card on the opposing side?
Something like that. I mean, I'm just spitballing, but you get the idea, right?
We swing around 3 free lore, and that's like game changing.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, you get the idea, right? Is that
Yeah.
it's we play and then pause and then let our fans battle to let our fans then decide
Thank
some
you,
kind
guys.
of illegal play, right? That happens that benefits the winner, and then we go that benefits the winner and handicaps the loser or whatever.
Right.
But
Well,
that keeps it on brand, right?
Can we get?
Next Sunday, I'm doing a 4-way battle.
Okay.
It's what we call a Nutella battle. So the 3 losers have to take Nutella or peanut butter or something like that and smear it on their face.
And see, and that's the thing that I'm like, yeah, I'm 42 years old. I'm not doing that crap.
Well, they're older. Come on.
Well, I like doing my lives because I like to introduce like games and stuff like that to people.
Yeah.
So I do board
I'm
games,
gonna
video
make you
games,
like
card
mom.
games. So I do all kinds of content, but the main reason that I like to go live is I like to allow people the opportunity to meet me and talk with me.
Yeah.
And actually have a personal connection. And that's why I like the battles too, is because it allows me to be able to talk to people and meet them.
Right, and the battles where I can and talk to people and maybe even just like we're doing here. I mean, I can envision. I know it's going to be a low performing battle, essentially, right? But it's going to be while I have somebody come in and thinking like bring in somebody that knows Lorcana. Let's start talking Lorcana while the battle's going on. We relatively ignore the battle and agree that battle's not the focus. It's just going to be a way for us to drive a little more engagement. But it's going to be talking to Lorcana or whatever. I could see that. It's just when I'm going through all the training materials, especially like when they're going through like how to battle and they're talking about all this like hype stuff, jumping around, doing all these. I'm like, that's not me, and that's not on brand with my channel. And I'm like, that's where I struggle.
These are getting cold.
Well, okay. So it's a little much what they want, but the reason they do that is because the agency wants you to push you to make the most money on this app.
Right.
And the way you're going to make the most money on this app is through battles.
Sure.
People aren't just going to send you big gifts all the time, but if they see you competing with somebody and you're 400 points behind, they might throw you a $500 or 500 coin gift.
Right.
And that's where and then my team might see that and be like, oh, we're going to send 1,000 coin gift. And then your team's going to see that and send a 1,200 gift.
Right.
And that's where the agency, because the agencies, they make money from TikTok.
Right.
So we only get like 40% roughly.
And then the agency and TikTok split the other 60.
Split the other, right. So they want you to make as much money as possible so they can make more money off you.
And I get that. And I totally get,
Right.
From the...
That's why they're free.
Right. And I totally get the battles, the way they're pushing it. And like I said, I struggle just about me personally with my channel, right? And what I'm building, fitting the battles into that. But
Right.
I mean, I do get that battles are a great source of revenue for the creator. And
Not just that, but my people just watched you.
right.
So now my people might follow you and your people might follow me, and it just caused our network to get bigger.
Right.
And every
I
time
totally-
you battle somebody, it's that way.
Yeah, and I totally see the value from that perspective, right? I guess where I'm struggling is that the people that come in expect one thing, and then if I switch something all of a sudden, that's in my mind. And again, I overthink things all the time, so maybe I'm overthinking, maybe not, right? Maybe it's not as big of a deal as I think it is. But to me, and I'm just thinking because I know my personality.
That's their way of giving.
Yeah, it's the best way to do it is So again, it's a chance for the people that like you. So do it like maybe once a week.
Sure.
The people that like you, that love your content, they know, hey, at 8:00 every Saturday night, Deck Dad goes on, he does a battle. That's when we want to throw him all the gifts that we throw him.
Right.
That's the way that they support you. It's that's very well. It's like, again, it's not beggy. If you want to just come in and tap, hey, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I always go into TCG's live and just tap because that's all I can do.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like I said, I get it, and I totally understand the purpose, and it's for me, like I said, it's more the branding thing, and I totally recognize, again, probably overthinking.
Right.
And that's why I was trying to think. Okay, if we do these, I mean, I want to benefit from it, but I want to keep the channel on brand. So playing the game or talking the game or something like that, while incorporating, I can live with that because it stays on brand.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm the same way with showcases. Like, I don't want to put anything in my showcase that I don't approve of. Like, so if it's not got anything to do with the product that I've received, like, I would be glad to do this lamp because this lamp's awesome. But, if it's not Lorcana cards or Magic cards, Pokemon cards, something that I know, something that I care about and I'm passionate about, or that I've used and liked, then I don't want any part of it.
Yeah, no, and I agree. I'm kind of the same way, right? I mean, if you look at my showcase, it's all Lorcana right now. I've got it and some Lorcana accessories. I mean, I don't think I've got anything that's not TCG or Lorcana, branded.
Yeah, I scrolled through your stuff to try to see the stuff that's on sale right now.
Yeah, and on top of that, I'm only adding things that are free shipping. Because I mean, let's be honest, nobody's going to buy anything that's not free shipping because you can find it cheaper on Amazon and stuff like that.
Well, what I found is a lot of the items that I purchase on here, what I'll do is I will buy enough to where shipping is free.
Okay. But across multiple sellers, I found, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, across multiple sellers, it doesn't stack that way, right? So
No, so it has to be the same seller. So for instance, if I buy a booster box and it says that it's not going to be free shipping, I would buy 2 booster boxes to get the free shipping.
Sure. Yeah, no, and that makes sense. But like looking at like the Reign of Jafar, for instance, I think I've got that one down there, and it does cost shipping. I think that's the only thing in my showcase that has shipping on it. But I've got an Ursula down there. It's free shipping, but you're not going to buy multiples of those. You're not going, and
No.
but yeah, I mean, that seller might have some other other Lorcana stuff or TCG, but yeah, again, I mean, for me, the focus for me is the community and in here, and all of that is just kind of value adds. Like when I'm talking about it, I found that it's a lot easier rather than trying to send a link or whatever. I can say, I'm talking about it's down to my showcase, but don't buy it from there. Shop it around and go buy from, whatever cheapest. If it's the showcase, great. If not, at least now you know what it looks like and you know what to find. That's
Right.
I'm using it for that tool more than anything, right?
Well, I found like people that sell the Dragon Shield.
Yeah.
I love Dragon Shield,
Oh yeah,
but there's some that are be like $25, but then I've seen others that is like $8.
right.
For Dragon Shield, $8 is super cheap.
Yeah. Well, I think retail they're like $11, $12 something after a box. So yeah.
That's a
But-
Yeah, and you go to like the TCG store, like my local game store, and they're like $12, $13. So if I can find them cheaper on here, by all means, I'm buying them on here.
Okay. Yeah.
Give me.
Right. No. And absolutely. And that's why I tell people shop around. If it's cheaper, I appreciate you buying from me, but don't buy from the showcase. Because you may find it cheaper somewhere else. So shop it around. And again.
Well, that and if they just want to help support you,
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, and I tell them that, but I guess the vibe of my channel, and that's where, like with the battles, right? We're getting back to that. I don't want to. I'm not here to make the money. The money's great. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'd be kidding anybody if I got the $25 PayPal paid out last week, for doing like practically nothing. I mean, it's great. I love it. I got to buy 5 booster packs for that, right? No, but it's not why we're doing this, and I'm not here to try to retire by doing this. This is, something to have
Right.
fun, and
well,
so,
you got to remember taxes because they're going to send you a 1099 if you make over 600.
right.
Will they actually?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I've been doing is I split everything into thirds.
Hey, that
so
would've
1/3 goes
annoyed.
to taxes. 1/3 is going to my stream stuff, like my light and stuff like that, and then 1/3 is going to my content, so like new cards.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like I said, $25. So I was like, okay.
Yeah,
I think I'm up to like maybe $20 this week already. So it looks like that's kind
Oh,
of
that's sweet.
It's kind of maybe my weekly average. We'll see. This is my second week on live. I mean, we joined TikTok.
What's up?
We created this account July 1st. I mean, crazy. We created it July 1st. I think we hit like 1,325 followers today or something. And then we went live 2 weeks ago for the first time. So I mean it's been a crazy journey, but and I mean you've been there, and I absolutely appreciate you. You're one of the first that hopped into the channel, especially when we started going live and everything.
He's an
Yeah.
OG.
Yeah, OG.
We love him. We love him.
Well, I've only been live for 3 weeks,
Nobody
so
liked
this
cookies
is
today.
this is going on my 4th week. I made $20 the first time. I made $40 the second time, and then $30 the third time. So
Okay.
it's been it's like up and down.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's still money for doing what I enjoy.
Well, and that's what I was saying, right? I mean, I would probably be playing Lorcana with Deck Daughter anyway. So
Right.
now it just means our matches go slower because you know me.
I know.
I get off on
Caitlin
that-
gets on me for that all the time
I
too.
get
Because
off
it's
on
like
that
she's like,
tangent.
"It's your turn. It's your turn."
Well,
It's like,
and
I've got to talk to these people.
my problem is it's my turn, and then I forget if I drew for that turn, and I'm like, are you okay if I draw again, or do you want me to, and it's like, oh my goodness. No, that weird one. I'm going to answer. So that weird one. They're talking about butter with cookies in our chat.
I'll send you the video because I took a video of it.
We were on one of our lives a couple nights ago, and I can't get it to work. I'm trying to figure out a way to
I
export
screen recorded it.
to export like the highlights and everything from that chat, but it was absolutely off the rails the other night. Our chat,
send
like
it.
it started like it was our normal thing, and then we started getting into like we got into dad jokes at one point, and talking about really bad dad jokes and tossing those around. And what was the other thing? There was something that just had us rolling for like 10 minutes. But then,
Oh, it was me saying, everybody crisscross applesauce.
Yeah,
Who's
something
the
like
bowl?
but then I have a follower that popped in for the first time from Hawaii, and she was there for like the whole 2.5 hours that I was on live, and she was like, "I'd never do this," but along the way, she said that in Hawaii they put
A cruise
butter.
friend joined.
They put butter on their cookies and their brownies, and she was like, "Do that." I'm like, I don't know. That sounds wrong. We tried it, and I'll tell
It
you,
was disgusting.
It shouldn't work, but it does. Indiana, thank
Thank
you.
you for the heart
Appreciate the
me.
heart me. Thank you so much. But it sounds like it shouldn't work, but it does. Next time you make cookies, warm cookies, smear a little bit of butter on there and
He
see.
did not like that.
Butter's good on everything.
He said, heck nah.
So yeah, that weird one. It's not making cookies without butter. I mean, butter goes into cookies when you make them. It's smearing
Right.
them like toast, right? Putting the butter on that hot cookie, but it worked. And then she also said she puts them on brownies. So next time I make brownies, I'm gonna have to try that.
He
But
said butter on the cookie is diabolical.
yeah, I mean, you say that and then you try it, and it worked. So
So you guys want to hear my really bad dad joke?
Yes.
yeah, go for it.
Okay. So what's the difference between a comet and an
Thank you for the
asteroid?
roses. What?
I don't know.
One's a little meteor.
Wait, I have a good one. I tell this one all the time. It's in our Discord.
So everybody in the channel heard this the other night. Go ahead.
What's the difference between broccoli and boogers?
I eat broccoli.
Kids don't eat broccoli.
Kids don't eat broccoli. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was just totally off the rails. So that was the butter thing. Oh my goodness, we hit our goal. Thank you so much. That
At
was
50!
Indiana. Thank you. We appreciate that. What?
He's at 6 roses.
Oh my god. Yeah. Well, he just went like 100 roses or something like that. I don't know. You want to pop off another battle? See what happens. Do you have enough viewers in there?
Kitty joined.
Oh no, man! I'm probably gonna get off of here. I appreciate you guys. It was nice chatting with y'all.
You don't want to go for
It's,
round
it's
two?
nice to be able to do it face to face
Yeah,
for
yeah,
once
for sure.
instead of
For
through
sure.
typing.
Hey,
We all have a good night.
yeah, you too. And let's maybe some other time. Let's hop on and play Lorcana.
What about me?
Yeah, definitely.
And,
we can do boxes just like this without having to battle.
Yeah, well, and that was one thing I struggled with the other night. I did go on with another player or another one of my followers. I mean, but I couldn't get it, and it might have been because he wasn't a co-host. Maybe he wasn't live. But I couldn't get it side by side. It kept it like little Pip in the corner, so I had to switch and make mine big and then
He
his
was
big
in a
on the
tiny
other side.
box.
So that was the difference between co-hosting and a guest.
Okay,
So he would have to go live and then invite him as a co-host.
Got it.
And you'll be
Okay.
in boxes like this.
okay.
If
that
you
makes sense.
invite him as a guest, it'll put him in a little box. But I do want you to learn how to get out of this. So I'm not going
Yeah.
to get out of this for you. I'm going to let you get
Okay.
me out of this. So you're going to have to go down to host.
Look at you being a little millennial.
Let's see. Host. Well, so and again, I'm on live. So on the live studio. Let me click
Yeah.
the
Thought you worked at
co-host
IT.
button, and it's laggy. Okay, end co-host. I see it there.
Yep.
So I click on co-host again, just the same way that I invited you, and then I go
Yep.
in and kick. And it looks like you can do four boxes with the co-host.
Yep. That's why we're going to do the 4-way Nutella battle.
Okay. Awesome. Well, TCG, I appreciate it. Thanks for the tutorial. And thanks for
Yeah, most definitely.
Bye.
doing my first battle with me.
Bye, Caitlin.
So
Bye, PCG.
y'all have a good night. I appreciate it.
You
All
too.
right, see ya.
Thank you.
All right. Awesome. Well, I mean, that was fairly successful. And
Tech
I mean,
Wizard's over here. He works in IT, man.
it's less about IT and more about knowing the platform and the software. And I don't know the software. Tim, thank you for this follow. I appreciate it. So, guys, that was TCG Fanatic. I mean, he's a great guy. He's been following.
Go
us
follow
since,
him.
since
If I
we
see
started.
any
Go
TCG
follow him.
slander, you get the
All right.
boot.
No. But I mean, he does Lorcana. He does, kind of similar stuff that we do here. But he also does Star Wars Unlimited. He does some
I
Magic.
think he does Magic. Yeah.
He does Magic Arena. He goes on Magic Arena quite a bit. And broadcast his screen. So great guy to follow. So go follow him too, if you guys aren't. But for those that stuck around, or for those that were here during the battle, I mean, give me your thoughts. I mean, you heard kind of me bantering off of TCG and some of my concerns. I brought it up a few days ago with people in here. Give me your thoughts. I mean, like on brand for this channel. My agency wants me to do battles. They want me to do that stuff because it brings in money. I get it. It also brings in followers, like TCG was talking about. I get all of that. My concern is I don't want to like quote cheapen the channel in a sense, because that's what I kind of feel like some of the stuff. Like nothing against TCG doing the Nutella battle, but for me, that's not on brand with what we do here. I'm not going to smear Nutella or peanut butter and stuff all over my face, right? So, I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, doing things like, doing the battles, but where we play Lorcana, we pause the game, do the battle, loser of the battle. I like TCG's suggestion that, the loser of the battle, our followers get to choose what card to banish for the loser. I like that. Right, and it keeps our channel on brand, but it also does some of that follow for people that like our battle, the people that like that battle aspect of this. But what do you guys think?
Does the agency want you to constantly do battles?
Yeah, I mean they want us to do at least, and that's what TCG was talking about. They want us to do at least weekly. They actually so they want us to do. They want us to go live for at least an hour every day and be consistent. And in those lives, they want us to have a there's this whole cycle of things that they want us to do, to go in, greet and talk to people, then go battle. And then afterwards we kick the host out. Then we talk and engage with our followers and everything, and then pull up another battle, do another battle. So they want us to do like 3 battles or whatever.
Why
every
do you have
single
to
live
do like
we go.
entire script? It's stupid.
Well, I mean, I get it because it's one of these things that it's a quote proven formula, and it performs and it brings people in, and I've got no problem with that in general, but for the branding of this channel and for the vibe of this channel and what we do, I personally and guys, speak up in the chat. Tell me if I'm overthinking it. Call me out on that. I mean, but I feel like I feel that it would kind of cheapen the vibe. It would cheapen kind of what we're doing here, as opposed to bringing value. That's what I want to do. This channel is all about bringing value to the community that we're building. In return, that community does bring me value in terms of the gifts and stuff like that. I don't ask for gifts. I don't do this for the gifts. I'm doing this to bring value. So everything that I do, I want the value. I want adding value to the channel to be first and foremost. And so if it's not going to add value, and especially if it's going to take away value from the channel, I don't want to do it, right? So that's my concern with battles. I mean, they're fun, and competition is always fun. I mean, that's why we play Lorcana, right? Lorcana is a competition, but going on competition and begging and like, all right, guys, give me 5 more roses, give me 10 more tiny dinies, and doing that's not the branding on this channel. That's not, because then that turns into all about me and the channel. While I'm the only one that's here, that's because, TikTok, the way it works, right? I mean, we'll pull in people, but it's not all about me. It's about us in this community that we're building. So, guys, I'm sorry. I see the chat. Let me catch up with the chat here. So, but while I'm doing that, while I'm talking, weigh in. Tell me in the chat. Tell me, tell me what you guys think. Will it add value? Are there ways that we can add value? Is it like a hard pass? I mean, if it's something that if I start doing battles, you're going to leave, tell me that, because I mean, that's valuable feedback. I mean, hopefully, if I do one here and there and I try to keep it, on brand, you guys will give me a little bit of leeway, but I'm certainly not going to do one every night. I'm, for sure. I mean, what do you guys think? Is it something that would be fun or bring value to maybe do that thing, where we play, pause, and let you guys choose or whatever? But to catch up with the chat, let's come back here. So we oh shoot, let me change this to. I'm sorry, guys. I need to make one quick change. There we go. Sorry. All right. Is Lorcana difficult to learn and expensive to get into, Tyler? No, not really. I mean, the first question I have is, are you familiar with trading card games? Do you play Magic? Do you play Pokemon? Do you play any of those? Because if so, then it's super easy to get into because it's relatively the same. It's really close to the same thing. If you don't know it, still easy to learn, but there's a few mechanics and stuff that you'll want to pick up on. But I mean, at the gist of it, you have a resource that you play, and then you put out that resource. In Lorcana, it's ink. You put out the resource, and then you use that resource, spend the resource to put out your characters. It's called glimmers in Lorcana, and then you spend that. And then the object you're racing to 20 lore. You're trying to get to 20 lore before your opponent. To get lore, your primary means of lore is with your characters. You exert the character to quest, and they get lore. So as an opponent, the opponent is gonna quest for lore. So I want to battle those characters and take them off the board, so they can't quest with that character and get lore. So I want to slow them down. So that's the gist of the game. And as far as cost. I think it's fairly reasonable. I haven't really priced out Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, One Piece, all those. As far as pricing, so you can get a starter deck, which is 60 cards and it includes one booster, so you'll get 72 cards total. You can get that for about $16 or $17. If you look at my showcase in TikTok, I've got a bunch of stuff there. You can kind of see some of the pricing. If you look at my link tree, I have an Amazon storefront that also has a lot of stuff where you can see some of the pricing. But in general, you're going to spend about $16, $17 on a starter pack. Booster packs, those are about $6, $6 to $7. It depends on where you buy them from. I said 6 to 7. And you get 12 cards with that. 12 cards come in a booster. And then they have other things. They have a trove box that's like $50 that comes with 8 boosters. So you get a little bit of a break on the boosters, and other various little things. So
When did you get here?
Sorry. My other daughter came in and surprised deck daughter. It's fair. I think it's fairly reasonable as far as cost wise. I mean, it also depends. I mean, are you going to be a hardcore collector and just buy a bunch of cards? It'll rack up. It'll get expensive. But if you're just looking to play, I mean, you can get into it really inexpensively. Like I said, two starter packs will set you back $35 maybe. So I think that's fairly reasonable. I know that if you get one of those double packs of Star Wars Unlimited, it's going to run about the same price. Whereas one starter deck, pre-con deck of Star Wars Unlimited is going to run you about $25 a piece. Did you see our battle a little bit ago?
A little bit of it.
I mean, it was not a battle, but it was.
I saw the end of it.
So hopefully that answered your question, Tyler. And Jay, yeah, I mean the point of battles is just to grow. We kind of answered that. The battles, it's kind of grow your follower and stuff like that. But it's miss the battle. Yeah, and Nathan, you didn't miss much. This was we called it a tutorial battle. I haven't done one. TCG Fnatic has done several of them. We're both in the same agency. And so we kind of speak the same language in terms of the training and everything that they do. But he's done a bunch, so I was just kind of asking questions and riffing on it, and I won the battle, which was pretty cool. But I mean, if you love watching battles and it's something, like I said, I mean, if it's something that you guys would find entertaining. And thus, I mean, if it's entertaining and that adds some sort of value to the channel, I'm not opposed to doing it. I just want to make sure I do it in the right way. Let's see. Only tricky if you play control. Other than that, it's super easy. Replying to Tyler, Ohio. I'd be looking to play. Thank you for the information. Really helpful. Yeah, and Tyler, stick around. So this channel is not for established players. I mean, it is so we can come and talk about it. But this channel is also for people that are new to Lorcana, that have never played it or are just getting started. Most lives, we end up going through a tutorial. We teach people how to play on live. And we go through and explain what we're doing, why we're doing, how we're doing, to teach people how to play so you can see it and go from there. So, Deck Daughter, you start entertaining too, so that I can build this so we can play. I don't know. I mean, bring up some of your skibbity speech up there. Girl, that's so...
What do you mean by speech?
I don't know. Oh, excuse me. I think like do a battle and then talk, like chat for a bit and then go again. Yeah, I mean that's what a lot of people do. But Nathan, what I'm talking about is like the content of the battles, though, right? I mean, the battle in and of itself, I've talked myself into, and I can kind of see that working if it's done right. It's the content that I'm having a hard time with. And if I'm going to do it, I want to do it on brand. I want to do it in a way that's not going to cheapen the channel, cheapen me. I'm not going to do the smear the peanut butter and everything on my face, like they're talking about.
Don't do that stuff.
Because I don't get on here and I don't beg you guys and I don't ask you guys to send gifts. So we appreciate it. We try to respond.
You've been yapping for the past 30 minutes.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Why have you not been yapping? You hear this? The 14-year-old roasting me. I told her to speak up and she hasn't spoken up, and so now now she's
speak up.
No,
done.
They can't.
No, I said speak up. I said speak up because you're telling me to speak up, so I spoke up.
All right.
Bam.
Let's see, Basil,
Mind
Donald.
games.
I am modifying my my Emerald Steel deck real quick, and then I'm gonna battle, and then I'm gonna play Deck
Guys,
Daughter.
do you want a little bit of ASMR of me eating cookies?
No, they don't.
Oh.
So let's see, Jock. 3 of those. Then a Mad Hatter, 3 of those. And we're taking this one out. And it looks like we're taking these out. No, we're not. Captain Hook, Pirate King.
My boyfriend joined the Discord.
1 of those, and then 2 of those. We're taking these 2 out. 2 great colors right there. Yeah, Jacob. Is that your go-to? So I'm taking out, I've got 1 Hidden Cove in there that I'm taking out. I'm taking out 2 Walk the Planks because I found that they're uninkable and they sat in my hand. I never really played them that much. So I'm taking those out and I'm replacing them with 4 Heffalumps and Woozles, which
Daddy,
is what?
My boyfriend joined the Discord like 10 minutes after he said he's going to bed. I was like, what?
Well, see, and
okay.
And that's the problem we got here is we do this so that you're not on the phone with your boyfriend.
But he's into the channel, so. All
right, I'll let him. I'll give him a pass. 6. Oh, look at that! I pulled right to.
He joins my side and makes fun of you too in the chat.
That's all right. I don't mind you making fun of me. I put on my big girl panties every.
Whoa!
Every day, just like the rest of you. Let's see. Yeah, it's one of the favorite color combos. What do you theme it, Jacob? Do you theme it like anything in particular, or do you just play that? What cards do you put into your Emerald Steel? Disaster. That was incredible too. I mean, absolutely unexpected. Thank you so much.
So good. I was sitting in the back of church, like doing my job, and I was like, oh.
I wish there was a way to give you credit up there on the thing. I'm gonna try to.
I got you.
I'm gonna go in like on the description or whatever. I was gonna look on that. I haven't really been on the Discord a whole lot today because you guys remember last night I was talking about I had that presentation that I was doing for my church and everything and had to go do that. I was up until 7 o'clock this morning doing it. Got about 30 minutes of sleep before I had to get up and go shower. So like I'm running on about 45 minutes of sleep today. Nate, yeah,
Thank you, thank you.
cookies. Yeah, she made them. She's not putting butter on them. She didn't like that.
No, I'm not.
But yeah, disaster. I'm gonna when I get a chance, I'm gonna get in there on like the in the description or whatever. I'm gonna make sure I got a way to credit you for that. But I appreciate you making that. It's an incredible some incredible art there. It's really cool. Let me see. Now I need to sort out.
I was thinking of Bucky Barnes, bro.
Bucky Barnes. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Now I'm thinking of Sebastian Stan. Sebastian Stan, my man.
Oh, talking about were you around for the Bucky Green Steel meta? No, so Jay Ender, we just started playing in May, and I mean even then when we played, we weren't like hardcore into it, doing all the meta. I didn't really get into it. I didn't even start researching it. I didn't start looking at the meta until mid-June of this year, and then we decided to make this channel July 1st, and we went live like July 16th or something like that. And you guys have been along since then. So. Bucky the Squirrel, yeah. So no, I'm not super familiar with that meta, but yeah, I mean it's been an interesting ride. I mean we're at work. I show return. Got to drive home from work. Awesome. Yeah, we'll be on for a little while longer. Disaster. Thank you.
I might not because I have theater tomorrow.
Okay, well,
For like hours.
that'll be one time after I modify this. It's not going to take a whole lot.
I can't. My social battery runs out really fast.
Sounds like an excuse.
No, it doesn't.
That goes there.
And I need a social battery for theater, or else I'm going to be grumpy.
You're grumpy anyway. What are you talking about?
I'm going to upper hook you.
Upper hook me? What?
Bam!
Let's see. Sorry, guys. I want to try to quickly get this
Battle Jafar with that.
sorted out. No, I want to battle you, please.
I want to go to bed.
I'm almost done. I
I
promise.
want to go to bed.
Captain Hook, Forceful Duelist. Whatever. You were going to stick around for a few minutes, but fire the cannons. 3 of those. Nathaniel Flint. I mean, people don't stick around when I battle Jafar.
Battle Jafar.
Whatever. You're going to go anyway.
I'm going to go to bed because I have theater tomorrow. So.
It's only 9 o'clock.
I do not care. If I go to bed at 10, I'm going to be grumpy.
Give me 30 minutes. Come on, guys. Talk her into it. Look, Jay says do 1.
If I go to bed at 10, I'm going to be grumpy and I'm not going to have the energy to dance and sing at the same time. I need my singing voice for auditions.
Excuse me. Okay, whatever. Let's see. Tom, how did they went surprisingly well. We we didn't win.
I love you guys, but I also love theater.
Yeah. She's gonna go. Whatever. But Tom, we placed top 8, so we got the Enchanted promo. But caveat, there were only 8 people there, so everybody made top 8. I ended up placing 6th. I won 1 round and lost 2 rounds. Deck Daughter placed 7th. She also took 1 round and lost the other 2. All right, good night.
What is your problem?
I wanted to play 1 game.
Yeah, but you were yapping and I got tired.
Okay, whatever.
I'm protecting my
Think
peace.
of happy
I'm protecting
thoughts.
my peace.
That's a Taya. Okay, so I didn't modify it a whole lot. So this deck, Jacob, I was rocking this deck that I'm modifying right now. So I modified battle myself with her deck. No, I'll probably break out Jafar here and play Jafar. I don't know, Jafar or Ursula. What do you guys want to see me battle? I'll do one of those. Jacob, I was playing this this Emerald Steel deck, but I modified it slightly before I went, and but I forgot to actually change it. But my modifications, I guess I didn't modify it as much as I thought I did. All I'm doing is I'm taking out 2 Walk the Planks, 1 Hidden Cove, and 1 Mr. Smee, Captain of the Jolly Roger. and I added 4 Heffalumps and Woozles. So it wasn't a major overhaul, but it was enough. The Heffalumps and Woozles giving me a card draw and slowing my opponent down by not allowing them to quest. Which one of my battles, one of my rounds, I lost because I was doing really well. I was doing really well at first, and then I was keeping my opponent off the board, and I was questing. I got to like 12 lore. My opponent had none, but he was able, through all of that, he was inking like crazy. I wasn't able to ink. One of the challenges was I had a lot of uninkables in my hand, so 3 of them that I'm removing are uninkable. I don't have the Diablo in this deck. I have Diablo in my purple deck. Let me catch up real quick on that. Let's see. Yeah, do one battle. She didn't. Flynn Rider I had in this when I took him out. Robin Hood, Zasu, Kronk. I don't have Kronk. I think I've got Zasu and Robin Hood in this. Braided, nice. Congrats on 8th. Very nice. So you got the Jafar promo. Tom, the audition. So she does children's theater around the corner. They have a 2-week camp going on. So she's going to audition for her role for that. That's why she's going to bed early. And yeah, top 8 is top 8. You're right, Tom. So back to this one. Let's see how the presentation go. It went really well. I was up until 7:00 this morning, tweaking the slideshow. It's what started out to be like a 15-minute slideshow with like 800 plus pictures and videos. I had to keep it to 5 minutes or less. I got it down to 5 minutes and 15 seconds. So we'll call that a win. So yeah. And then let's see. So it went really well. My daughter and one of the other kids that went on the trip with us got up and spoke then after the video, just kind of share their personal moments. Like I said, Jay, I don't have Shift Diablo in here in this one. Let's see, braided. Maybe one of the things that I was looking at, I want to try to get better. So it might be one of those things. And I was just in a co-host thing with TCG Fanatic where we went side by side, equal screens. So it might be something that if you go live, I'm gonna play Jafar or Ursula first for a little bit. I was talking about that. To play this deck, but I don't know. We'll see. I think the way that when we do this is try to do this with other live hosts so we can have a kind of a better layout. What we did kind of worked, but I wasn't super happy with it. Not bad though. I mean, 8th out of 16. I was saying though that I ran into this issue. I was doing really well against this opponent. I was playing my Steel Emerald. He played a Blurple deck, and I was doing really well against it at first. I had like 12 lore. He had none, but he was inking like crazy along the way. I kept banishing his cards, and I was able to get lore. But then he came in with this play where he ended up within a matter of 2 turns. He had on the board 4 evasive genies, he had an Iago, he had a Peter Pan, he had like 7 or 8 evasive cards out there that quested for 2 each, and within like 3 turns he went from 0 to 20 and took the win, while taking out my characters along the way, because he played a couple rushes along the way, but he had like 11, 12 ink in his, purple, so he was able to just card draw and then additional ink. So that was a humbling experience to go in, and I know that this can happen in this, but to go in and be like, okay, I feel pretty good. I'm kind of controlling this board a little bit, and I'm gaining lore, so I've got a good rhythm going. Got up to 12, and then all of a sudden it just shifted. Yeah, right. That it can shift, and I knew that could happen, right? I mean, so I never sit back and try to I never sit back and kind of relax. I mean, I know that it can shift at any moment, but that was an immediate, just sudden, just holy crap shift. The other one that I lost, she's going into 6th grade, so she just finished up 5th grade. I won the first game. She won the first game. I won the second game, and then she won the third game. And she just completely took me out with the rhino and hamster ball combo. I mean, I had no answer for it because I mean everything I would swing at it that the resist on both the rhino and on the hamster ball were just absorbing everything I was swinging at it. So there was nothing I could do. It was practically invulnerable. So she was able to, quest with that guy, and it was, I wasn't able to do anything with it. So, I mean, I just stopped swinging because I was just wasting characters by swinging at it. She was just able to churn away and get the win. And the one win I got, I think I kind of got lucky. She was playing. Had she banished one of my cards, I would have had to go 2 more turns and she would have won, but she didn't. And so I was able to quest for exactly 20 and take the win right there. But it was fun. I learned a lot. I mean, learn some deck, talk to the guys, learn some deck tech and everything, some things to maybe improve my deck. So I don't know. We'll I've got another one this weekend. Actually, I've got 2 this weekend, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. So, yeah, that Rhino duo. I mean, absolutely. And like I said, I mean, you get out there, and if you do that hamster ball combo, it gives it a +4 resist. And so, I mean, there's very few characters that are going to be able to break through that resist wall. And the only way to knock 2 of the resist off is to put damage on Rhino. But you got to break through. You got to break through two of that resist buff first, without the hamster ball to put damage, and then hamster ball coming in there. So it just makes it ping the 1-drop Rhino. And this one I don't remember it. If this is the 1-drop or not, but it's the one that, I mean, like I said, it's the one that as long as it has no damage, as long as it has no damage, then it's got +2 resist. I completely forgot. I also have for a battle, I've got some booster packs. You guys want me to open one to see if I've got any enchanteds in there? Or, I was going to save that for some content, but maybe I'll open one of those. I mean, it was also crazy. I don't know. I don't know if this is every set champs, but this store, for registering, they gave us 3 Jafar boosters, just for registering. And then when the game was about to start, so like when I showed up, when I showed up, I went in, I paid my my entry fee. They charged $15. And then he handed me 3 boosters right there. So I got my $15 back essentially in value. And then he went around to, make sure everybody was ready to roll and handed us 2 more boosters. So I got 5 Reign of Jafar boosters. And then they had, then I got the promo, and then they had a sale going on, 3 boosters for $10. So I'm like, I can't pass that up because, I mean, that's like a little over $3 per pack. I walked out of there with 9 booster packs when all was said and done. Yeah. All right. I'll open up an Arcasia's Island. Let's do that. Let's see what we got here. And so I've got a bunch of cards that I need to go back this week and see if there's anything I can do to tweak these decks even further to make them a little bit better. Yeah. All right, let's see. Arcasia. So if they open 1-drop Rhino, you play Dump Truck to put 1 damage on the Rhino. So I do have Dump Truck. I like that. But the Rhino that you're talking about, and I need to look it up, it's not the one that has that resist, right? Because Dump Truck. So let me ask this. Excuse me. When you open up with the Dump Truck and it puts the damage on it, does the resist absorb the damage, or do you put a damage counter on the card? So like that Rhino. You've got Rhino out. It's got +2 resist. If I play Dump Truck and fling 1 damage through character ability at the Rhino, does the resist absorb it, or does that character ability bypass the resist and put 1 damage counter on the card? Yeah, Jay, we're talking about different ones, but I'm just it made me think about that scenario. I was just curious. So all right, this pack we open up with a Penny the Orphan. We got a Lady, and then we're going to a Peppa Madrigal. I don't know that I've got Peppa. Card Soldiers, Pain, Orville, Amber Coil, Penny. That's a good one. Amethyst Coil. All right, and then our rares, we're getting into King of Heart. We've got Company, and what do we get? Oh, okay. Lady Tremaine, super rare. That was not bad. I'll take that. The return chosen damage character to their player's hand, then each opponent discards a random card. That was nice. And that one might play into this Emerald Steel deck. That one might be something that, I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that something? I mean, I've only got one of these. Is that something that might be worth looking to add to the Emerald Steel? All right, I'll set that over. I'll do this other Arcasia's Island. See what we get. Let's see. What was it again? It was the Lady Tremaine. Lady Tremaine, Bitterly Jealous. It's got an opponent discard mechanic on it. So it returns a damaged character, and then a random discard. Purple, how's it going? Welcome in. Let's see. All right, second Arcasia's. All right, we're gonna start off with the Panic. Matthias. Oh, Berlioz. I don't have that one either. That's a new one. Working on completing the set. Spaghetti Dinner. That was one of the first ones I drew from Arcasia's Island. Stabbington Brother. That one is the without a patch. Mulan. Thomas O'Malley. Hey Brian, welcome in, welcome in. So returns discard to your hand. No, the Lady Tremaine returns a damaged character to chosen player's hand, and then all opponents discards a card randomly. Baymax and Ruby Coil, and then our rares, we got All Is Found. We got Tuk Tuk, and then here we go. Okay, Panic, Common Panic. So I got in this deck, I got 2 Panics, 1 foil and one regular. Pretty cool. Or let me confirm now. So it is return chosen damaged character to their player's hand, then each opponent discards a card at random. That's what Lady Tremaine does. So I don't know. That sounds like it might be a decent card to play in there because I could return a damaged character of mine to my hand and effectively heal the character, right? I mean that would be the benefit and mechanic of that. So if I've got let's say I've got my Gantu out there, it's got damage, 6 drop, he quests for 4. He's got some damage out there. I could play Lady Tremaine. I could exert to bounce Gantu back to my hand to remove that damage and then put him right back out. I could see that working out in there. But I only have one. Sorry, I got to let the dogs in here real quick. But I only have one of those in my collection. So it's one of those things that I would not be able to put multiples in there. Yeah, get the powerful character out to reheal and get him back out. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? And in this deck, I mean, as far as powerful characters, I've got let's see, I've got the Gantu, the Captain Cranky Head. So that's one of my my in game characters. I love that, and it's so funny when he comes out. Even if I've got an opponent that has a strong deck, I always get a reaction from him. I was like, oh crap, he's coming out. So I've got that. I've got an Atataya. That's one that would absolutely take a whooping, and I would be able to bounce that and heal it and then play it right back. Only if you're playing into a discard strategy. That is true, and I did have some discard cards that I removed from this deck because I ended up, but it was like discard chosen damaged character and stuff like that, and it didn't work out well. But the other big characters that I swing with this deck, let me find. I've got the Robin Hood Daydreamer for 4 lore. So that's a fun one. Let's see. I think that's it on the. Oh, I've got this one. I've got Mad Hatter. That one's the Gracious Host. Yeah, Nathan, that's one of my challenges, or one of my weaknesses rather, is my last one, my last big swinger is Maui. I like this one too, because this one allows when he gets banished, I can put 2 damage on all opposing characters, which is really cool. So it could, depending on what's out there, it could equate to almost a board wipe for my opponent. But Nathan, yeah, I was saying that that's one of my challenges is the synergy aspect of the game, right? Finding cards that play well off of each other, and then work, and then the combos. There was a really interesting combo. I'm trying to think what it was. It was a popsicle. It was some popsicle combo where played the popsicle, got the card from it, banished popsicle, and then played. It was like an Ana or something like that. That if you banish an item, you get to play the character for free. So it was a really neat mechanic that he played combo. I was like, man, that's awesome. Yeah, that Maui, yeah, definitely a popular brute, and especially the half shark. I mean, there's a reason he's like a $40 value card out there on the half shark kind of thing. So, all right, what do we think? Do we want to battle Jafar or Ursula? I want to battle one of them. What do you guys think? I have. Let's see, not in this one. So I've got a Blurple deck. Blurple deck. So Ink of Wonder saying Jafar. Got a tie. Jafar, Ursula. Got 2 for Jafar. I have so my Ursula. My Blurple deck actually is turning out to be a. Hey Ree, welcome in. You snuck in on us there. Welcome to the live. Looks like Jafar is going to win out. My Blurple deck has actually turned out to be a solid Frozen deck. I mean, I've got a couple Annas, I've got a couple Elsas, I've got some Honey Marin, I've got Gale, I've got it's a lot of the Frozen stuff. It was not intentional. It just those are the cards that I felt kind of worked and played well off of each other and fit in there. But funny how it turned out that way. So. All right, let me see. Sorry about the noise. I'm grabbing this mic from Deck Daughter to put it in the charging case. All right, so Jafar, you guys want to see me battle Jafar? So let's get that out. Let's see. With Tremaine, I'd try to empty opponent's hand, then you ping a character. Okay, yeah, so that they're forced to then discard that character that you bounce back. Got it. Yeah, I like that. I like that strategy. All right, let's get Jafar out here so we can see him. Get Jafar's deck. Exert Tremaine to return the damaged character, and then random card is the damaged. Right. So it just empties the hand again. I like that one. There was another one that the girl that I was playing, the girl that's in fifth grade, she played I think it was Doc, the one where you discard your hand and draw 2 cards. So she waited until she had an empty hand. So she didn't discard anything, and then drew 2 cards from it. So that was rather interesting, smart play on her behalf. Let's see. Got a lot to learn to get back into it. Yeah, Nathan, but stick around. I mean, and this is the kind of thing, I want to hear. The popsicle combos with the 3 drop. That's exactly it, right? Because he only had like one ink out there or something, but he dropped the 3 that 3 bell. It was the bell, not the Yana. But I was like, that's a really cool combo. But yeah, Nathan, I mean that's what we're doing here, right? That's what I'm trying to build. That's and going back to the vibe of my channel is I want to build a community first, and where we all learn and everything, and add value to the community before I start adding value to my wallet. If that makes sense. Let's see. I mean, I kind of silly playing by myself to put all those put Jafar out there, but I do it because it's such a cool art. Come on, who can't appreciate that art? Here to stay. I joined the Discord last night. Yeah, awesome. Welcome. I appreciate that. In the Discord, I mean, I'm so happy to see. I need to get in there. I just haven't the last couple of days again because I'm running on like very little sleep. That's why now I'm starting to rub my eyes. I didn't do a whole lot today on it, I'm going to try to go in there and engage a little bit. But I'm so happy to see people talking. I mean, I love seeing all the puppy pictures of people's doggos. We love dogs here. My deck daughter posted our pups in there, just to see the engagement starting. That's what we want to do. And in there, the thing I like about the Discord is that the chats that we have are persistent. So anybody that misses a live or whatever, they miss the conversations. So I encourage all of you that join my Discord. So if you haven't joined it and this is the first time you're hearing about it, go to my profile, look at my link tree. Discord is at the top of the link tree. Join the Discord. What I'd encourage is conversations that we have here, take those to the Discord and let's continue them there as well. Because that then will allow people to welcome. How's it going? Welcome in. The story of Lorcana, crazy. I ran across a YouTube channel that has 2 videos. They split it up in the story of year 1 and then the story of year 2. I'll just find that and I'll post that in our Discord. But I'll say in the Discord, so take our conversation here, because once we end the live, all the chat, all the conversation is gone, right? People can't go look it up and see what we did. Tristan, welcome. Good evening. They can't see it. So let's take it to the Discord and continue the conversation there. That way people that missed the live, they can get looped into the conversation and take advantage of all this stuff that we're talking about and talking about. We were just talking about, how to play various combos. And Nathan, talking about, struggle with some of the synergy, which cards pair together. And so we started talking about the combos and various things. That is absolutely 100% what I want. And that's the kind of stuff, if you go to the Discord go down into the deck brews and tech. That's the kind of stuff we put in there. Let's talk about the combos. Let's talk about specific built decks and why we build it and how we play the decks, right? So put the deck builds in, talk about how we play it, why we built it the way we did. Use that to, let's critique each other's decks. Let's give suggestion. I don't know. Sometimes people don't. I'm kind of reversing a little bit. I find sometimes people don't take well to constructive criticism, even the most well-meant criticism. So I was actually thinking like deck help, a separate channel. That way, post your deck tech, and we can talk about it. But that unsolicited, hey, you should do this and stuff. We try to do that, but I don't know. Hopefully, our community is going to be awesome and open and welcoming to that. But I know some people get annoyed. Do we make it 2 channels, or do we just keep all that in there and just deal with the unsolicited writing? I'm one. I welcome it, right? As long as you're not a jerk to me and cussing me out and belittling me and berating me, about how awful my deck is. Bring it on. That's how we get better, right? But I don't know. Do we make it 2 separate channels? I mean, because it kind of fits into the one, or do we just keep it one? I did one because I'm thinking one, makes it work. I need for people to tell me why I'm wrong. I mean, you're not. Yeah, Nathan, and I'm leaning to keep it one, Nathan. But yeah. So if you haven't joined the Discord, go check it out. Look at the new Discord channel art. Disaster. Oh my goodness, amazing artist. He took Deck Daughter's logo. He took mine, tweaked mine a little bit because I think my logo that I've got on my channel the logo, the character's kind of turned a little bit. He turned it and faced it and then merged. Really cool. Just go look at it. Go look at the channel logo. A disaster. I mean, amazing artist. Absolutely. And I'm going to find a way to give him credit in there. I popped it in. I asked him earlier when I saw it if I could use it. He said absolutely. So I threw it in there, and I'm going to find a way to make sure he gets credited. But yeah, go check out the Discord. Join it. We've got, I think, 15 people in there right now. Share it out. People that are not in this channel, share it out with your friends. I just shared it with my local GameStop manager. I stopped in today to buy my monthly pack because for the GameStop Pro you get $5 a month, and they sell their packs for like $6. So I go in and I buy one booster pack for $1. And so I went in for my monthly booster pack from them. They didn't have any; they were all sold out. But I was talking to the manager, and he's joining the Discord, and he was going to hop into the live. I went in today. So share it out with people that are not in here that don't know about us, even people that don't know don't use TikTok. I've got a buddy of mine that doesn't do TikTok, but we play Lorcana together. I just had him join the Discord. So share it out with other people too. Should I buy the video game I want or not? It's $6. I don't know, Owen. What depends. What video game is it? And is it a choice between video games or Lorcana pack? Because if it is, I revert to question 1, what video game? And if it's $6, my personal opinion, I'd probably lean booster pack, because are there any good $6 games? Unless it's on clearance. I don't know. What game are we talking about, Owen? What video game you want to buy for $6? It's because they're soft, Nathan, and for sure people don't tell you it's wrong, and it is wrong. How are you supposed to get better? That is absolutely right. That's my mentality, right? Tell me I'm by Lorcana, Ink of Wonder, absolutely. The name of the Discord channel, it is the Iconic Inkwell. I've got a link in my Discord up in my bio. I've got a link in my link tree. So go to my bio, hit my link tree, and the very first link is the Discord channel. So go join, go check it out. We just opened it up yesterday, so there's not a lot of people in there right now. But the more people we get, the better. The better that Discord is going to turn into. And it's not going to replace this. I am still going to go live. I'm still going to do this because this is how I find people to bring into the community. And then the Discord is an extension of what we're doing here. So Owen, thank you for that follow. I appreciate that, man. So it's not going to replace this. This is not going away, and I have no intent of stopping what I'm doing here. It's just an extension to add value to this community that I'm trying to build. And I know that Lorcana has a huge community, and I'm not trying to compete and be the number one Lorcana, whatever. But I want to contribute and try to impact affect my small change on my little corner of the community and bring you guys along with it. And it's not just me. It's oh man, you know what? I mean, let people bully you. You got to learn. I assume, Owen. I assume you're a student. And correct me if I assume wrong. I'm sorry, but I kind of get the vibe. The couple chats that maybe you're a student. I mean, that's one of those things that it's easier said than done, and it's one of those things you got to learn as you grow up. But sometimes you just gotta let it. Yeah, my daughter too, deck daughter that plays with me. She's going into ninth grade as well. It's one of those things, man, that you got to. It's hard to do, easy to say than it is to do. But you just gotta laugh and shrug it off. If people want to laugh and make fun of you, as long as they're not physically bullying you or whatever, which is a whole nother thing. If they're just calling you names and talking about you behind your back, it's one of those things that it's like, man, go find other people to hang out with and just brush them off. Because your true friends, the people that are your true friends, they're going to hear that stuff and they're going to brush it off too. They're going to like, that's not Owen. That's not my guy. I mean, that's, and the people that are bullying you and making fun of you, they're not the kind of people that you want as friends, right? And there's a difference between, friendly razzing. I mean, your friends kind of giving you a hard time and everything else, because friends know where the line is. Friends know when to push it and give you a hard time, but then back off, because at the end of the day, there's that trust that you all know. So if they're bullying you, they're not friends, man. But like I said, it's easier said than done, right? I totally get it. I was in ninth grade once, but that's the advice that I give. I mean, my daughter's been through that and complained with bullies, and that's the same thing I told her, is that you got to learn to have a thick skin, because you're going to have bullies all through life. I've got bullies even now. I'm 42, and I've got bullies, and at this point, I'm just like, whatever. I mean, I'm actually dealing with a bully situation right now, right? I mean, it's crazy. I'm dealing with a bully situation right now in my some of my stuff that I'm doing, and it's by like a 45-year-old woman. I mean, like, come on, right? I mean, like, grow up. But so unfortunately, I wish I'd say it gets better. But you learn that it doesn't matter. Don't put any weight into those people. Sorry to get onto a dad rant, but I saw that and I just needed to respond to that, because I mean, nobody deserves to be bullied, but it's a tough situation. True friends don't make fun of you. You're right, Nathan. They have your back. They're going to give you a hard time. I mean, I make fun of my friends and everything too, but there's a difference. They know that I'm making fun of them, and it's all out of love. They know that I'm doing it because I'm just giving them a hard time, and that I don't really mean it. It's just our way of saying, I got you, bro. It's our verbal fist bump in a way, right? But it's a different, right? But when somebody's like, if they're not the friend, if they're not doing it with the best intention and everything, no. And your true friends will know when to stop. They know when it's going to get to you, and you'll be able to say like, all right, yeah, dude, all right, that crossed the line, that's enough. And they're going to say, okay, cool, sorry about that. I didn't mean to do that, and you'll move on. Oh, and been collecting for a while. Dad did stupid stuff, and now have oh man, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. But growing up is tough. Ninth grade is a tough age, because you're transitioning out of middle school. Like elementary to middle, right? You start getting into a lot of the bullies, a lot of the cliques and everything in middle school. But then high school, unfortunately, it kind of amplifies that a little bit more, at least from my experience when I went through high school. Yeah, I mean, I'd say it gets better. You're going to get older, wiser, and learn how to just kind of brush it off. And I tell my daughter, laugh at them when they make fun of you and all their friends are laughing. You laugh with them too, because if you're laughing, the reason they bully, the reason they do that stuff is they're trying to get a reaction out of you, a negative reaction. They're trying to get you riled up. They're trying to make you mad, trying to get you to do something. And if you don't give them that reaction, you take that power away. That's how you deal with bullies. You laugh with them. You take that power absolutely away from them. And then eventually they're going to learn they're not going to do it because it's not any fun anymore. Now every time they try to bully you, you're just laughing there with them and you're laughing at yourself, right? And it's no fun and they're just not going to do it. I mean, you may get another weird reputation, but I mean, if you're already the nerd or whatever else, you probably already have people talking about it anyway. So who cares, right? I mean, but it's the bullying is all about the reaction, and that's why they do it. They are doing it to try to get a reaction. So don't give them the reaction they're looking for. Give them the opposite. That's the best way to counter a bully. That's my number one advice. Write it down, pin it on your wall. Look at Deck Dad says, laugh with the bullies. Oh my goodness. But yeah, no, I mean, come in. Did we will be your friend? Yeah, we all just became Owen's friends. That's the dad in me, I guess, I don't know, but that's awesome. And this is the community I'm trying to build, right? And it's for everybody. I want to zero judgment, absolutely, Nathan, right? I mean, we might, who knows, when we get comfortable enough with each other, I may start flinging out some of those insults. And again, I'm not going to fling them right now because I don't know you guys, all that well. Or if I do, like on live, I can, you'll know when I'm not being serious. But I mean, we will judge the decks, but but in the best of intents and everything. But yeah, it comes down the road. We'll get there. That's because we're in this for the long haul. We're here making man, holy cow, how crazy would it be to have like some sort of, a couple of years down the road, have some sort of like iconic Inkwell meetup or some craziness, like over at Disney or something. Like, holy cow, how crazy would that be? Like, this is me now dreaming about this community we're trying to build when we get in this like huge, like big community, but then we do like an Inkwell meetup or something. Oh my goodness. All right. Now I'm dreaming. That would be absolutely insane. Cause I'm thinking of like the Galaxy's Edge, Discord that I'm in, it's huge and everything. And they do the lightsaber meetups and stuff. You're at the other, over in California. Yeah. Meet up somewhere cheaper. Yeah. I said Disney just because Disney Lorcana and all that stuff, but yeah. I did do set champs. I did one yesterday, and my first one ever. I've only ever played my daughter, and so it was the first one that. Well, I'll take that back. I did play the other day against Braided on here, but I did a set champs yesterday. I came in 6th place. Deck Daughter came in 7th, so not too bad. We made top 8. There were only 8 people there, but as we established earlier, top 8 is top 8. Doesn't matter how you get there. So I got the top 8 promo. I got the Jafar. Yeah, nice. Oh, cool. That's all that matters, right? But so yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm going to 2 this upcoming weekend. So 1 on Saturday coming up, and then 1 on Sunday. So hopefully, I learned a lot about my decks. I'm going to tweak them this week. I'm going to tweak the decks. Keep an eye out because I'm going to post that over in the Discord. I'm going to post my decks. I want some feedback. And let's see, what would be cool is to get enough people in Discord to be able to community game nights in the Discord and mini tournaments. Yeah, absolutely. I'm all for that. All for that. Absolutely. Let's do it. Bring it on. You guys got to share out and help me bring people into the Discord because I can't do it all myself. So set champs last week, Owen. I ran Emerald Steel. I'm gonna battle Jafar in just a minute with the same combo. I swapped out a few cards. I put in some Heffalumps and Woozles. I'm dropping you now. I put in some Heffalumps and Woozles into this card. Check out my profile. In my bio, there's a link tree. In that link tree, there's a Discord link at the very top. That's how you join the Discord. So go check that out. Is there a persistent player base at your? No, there is not. That's the problem. So, and I learned a little bit at my set champs on Saturday. Learned a little bit of the history of my local store. The guy who manages it, and this is rumor, so take this with a grain of salt. But a couple of people kind of confirmed this, so I'm like, okay, maybe there's a little bit of weight to this. So the guy that manages it, they were pushing Lorcana in their store. They were pushing Lorcana, like league nights, and they had, every week they had Lorcana, tournaments and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden around January, they stopped. They, pulled all Lorcana off of their monthly calendars. They don't do any of that stuff anymore. It's all Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and Magic now. A little bit of One Piece, a little bit of Star Wars in there. No Lorcana whatsoever. And I've been asking them. They sell Lorcana. They still sell all the packs and everything. They've got everything available, so they still sell it. They still support it, but they don't support gameplay, and they don't support the community. Now this store is about 8 minutes away from my house. The set champs I went to on Saturday is about 45 minutes. About a 45-minute drive. So click on my name up there at the top. And let me go through it with you here because my view on my live is a little bit different. So let me go into my alternate account. Let's see. Oh, there we go. So if you go in and you click on my account, it'll pull up my info, and then you click on my picture in there. That'll take you to my profile. And then you'll see the link tree in my bio in the profile. And so click on that link tree. That'll open up a web page. And you'll see the Discord button. Click on the Discord button at the top. And you'll be able to join the Discord that way. But I was saying, so the local game stores, so the one I went to Saturday was about 45 minutes away. The one I'm going to this Saturday, the first one on Saturday is about 35 minutes away, 35 minutes away. And then the one I'm going to on Sunday is my local game store that's 8 minutes away. Now, the story about it, what I learned about it was apparently back in January, I guess December, when they had, a set champs, back in December. What set was that? Was that Ursula, somewhere around there? When they were doing those set champs, it's awesome just hang out and chat here and talk about Lorcana. Yeah, that's the vibe I'm doing, man. I appreciate that, Nathan. And, that's what we're going for. Anyway, the story that I heard, and a couple other folks confirmed the story. They're like, yeah, that's what happened. We heard too. So what I heard was that on the last set champs that they did, the owner, he went through and did all the set champs, but he refused to give out any of the promos or any of the championship rewards. They refused to give out any of the promos, any of the rewards, or any of that stuff, and it pissed everybody off, rightfully so. Right. And so I don't know if then, because he did that, I don't know if Ravensburger then heard about it. Because I know if you do that, you can get into big trouble with Ravensburger. They're not going to, let you get into those promos. They still sell Lorcana, so they weren't completely, cut off from selling it. But I don't know if that means that they were put on a temporary ban and weren't allowed to or what. So after hearing those stories, I'm a little bit kind of nervous to go in and play it. But I'm gonna play this one. Simply because it's 8 minutes from my house. So it's going to introduce me to the people that are here immediately local. And hopefully I can network, get people into this channel, maybe meet up at the local game store just anyway, because they have a free play area in the back. Meet up there and do our own, weekly or meetups or something like that. So I think I think that's my intent for going on Sunday. I'm going to hope that they do the promo stuff. I'm going to hope that maybe they do it. They're not doing it right now. They're not doing it through the Play Hub, which my understanding is the only way that you're going to be able to get all the promo, the play mat and the promo cards and all that stuff, the stores, is if you sign up and register to use the Play Hub, and then you run your tournament through the Play Hub. Then they send you the promos. This store is not using the Play Hub, or at least right now they're not. Doesn't mean that when we show up that they're going to just register us there. They might, but right now they're not pushing it on their Play Hub. So they may just be pushing a Set Champs and calling it Set Champs just to kind of maybe drive traffic to their store. And if that's the case, then so be it, right? Like I said, hopefully I'll get there, and there will be people in the community that play, that I'll be able to trade contact information and everything. So, but anyway, all right, let's play Jafar. So I've shuffled everything. Jafar always goes first. I'm going to draw my 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see what we got. And this is my problem with this deck, is that I end up a lot of times having to top deck, or not. I'm sorry, not top deck. Having to mulligan my entire hand because I don't get a 1-drop. And that's one of the big weaknesses. So I like this hand. I got a lot of 2s and 3s. I'm playing my Emerald Steel. So I just drew, let's see, I've got, and I guess maybe I didn't shuffle very well. I drew 2 Nathaniel Flints, a Jock, a Don Carnage, Hercules, Mr. Smee, and a Heffalumps and Woozles. So all 2, so 4 of those are 2 drops. I got a 3-drop, a 4-drop, and a 5-drop. I think I'm gonna mulligan the entire hand, and see if we can get anything better. I don't know. I mean, this is all about practice anyway for that. I think for Set Champs next week, though, I think I'm gonna run my my Blurple deck next week. Give that a shot because I kind of like that. I am gonna post both of these in my Discord at some point tomorrow for you guys to take a look, give me suggestions. And the thing that I want with like Deck Tech, whenever we post our deck suggestions, I want us to say, like, for me, I only build with the cards that I draw and own. So for people to come out and say, put in this card and that card and I don't own it, I'm not going to go buy the singles. So it doesn't do me a lot of good. I can kind of see it. I mean, I appreciate that kind of feedback, but it's not helpful feedback. So I want to also, and maybe it's like a pin or something that I explain kind of the rules around it or something that I envision. And I mean, I don't know. Tell me if it's a bad idea. But I want people to kind of maybe say, look at my Dreamborn, at my collection, and please give me suggestions, only cards that I have. That way, we talk about and make it kind of relevant too. You can only mulligan once. So I mulligan, and if you don't like your hand the second time, if you don't like your hand after the mulligan, then tough. This one, a little bit better. I at least got a 1-drop out of it. I got a Captain Hook Forceful Duelist. I also got a Fire the Cannons and Prepare to Board, which are also 1-drops. Pulled a Mr. Smee, a Basil, a Robin Hood Daydreamer, and a Kakamora. Band of Pirates. So you can only mulligan once, but you don't have to mulligan your whole hand. You can mulligan any number of cards. I know that there are some games out there that if you're going to mulligan, you have to do the entire hand. So yeah, a 1-drop with 2 lore. I mean, I ran into a deck that seemed like it had a lot of 1-drop 2 lore cards in it. So that was really, really interesting. So let's see. I remember Lilo. Any more games? What do you mean, Kyle? Do I play any other trading card games? If that's the question, no. Right now I don't. I know I've got my Magic cards out here. You guys may probably notice that. I've talked about on my channel. I've talked about how I got into trading card games with Magic. I played it back in middle school. So like 93, 94, 95, right around there. Am I going to play any more games tonight? just getting kicked off. I'm playing Jafar, but just hanging out, talking, and playing Jafar. If anybody's a live host in here and goes live, I'm also exploring battles and everything. So we can talk about that because I'm exploring ways to incorporate gameplay into battles in the future, stuff like that. But anyway, sorry, side tangent. But let's see. I was saying. Yeah, so I played Magic in middle school. I went down and I told you guys that I would try to find my cards. I found them. I've got 84 cards. Not a solid deck because I don't know all the rules of deck building in Magic, but I've got like 5 different ink colors in there and everything. So I don't know that it would be a legal deck. But I loaded it up into TCG Player and it ranges. I think on the low end, the value for all these cards is like $8. Thank you, Owen. I appreciate that. Happy to provide awesome content like this too. Thank you so much. But it ranges from like $8 on the low end, but on the high end, this deck is like just under $6,500, $6,500, which is crazy. I'm not gonna get that because these cards are beat up. They've been bouncing around a box, unsleeved, unboxed, like just in a plastic tote box between moves from dorms to houses to apartments and all over the place with all kinds of other things, trophies and all. It's crazy. But only other TCG I got into was Yu-Gi-Oh, but fell off because it got too confusing, way too expensive. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh is expensive and Pokemon's expensive too now, right? I mean, it's just got access to live like a week ago and haven't used it. You know what I tell you, what I would recommend for that is if you got access, just go live, start talking, figure it out. You'll have like 1 or 2 people that pop in there, but before you know it, like right now, I've got on a regular basis, we got 10 people in here right now, and none of those are me or Deck Daughter because I'm not. Actually, let me take that back. Yeah, not me or Deck Daughter because I removed myself from it. But so I mean, it's 9 other people that are here, not somebody that is related to me or here just supporting, just administering the channel. But go live, figure out your niche, and be consistent. Go live at the same time. That's why I go live every night at about 8:00, and I try to stay on for 2 to 3 hours. Stay on till about 11:30, 12 o'clock, somewhere around there. It depends on how I'm feeling, depends on what I got going on the next day. And also life happens. So I'm not always on at 8, but I try to get on as close to 8 as I can. But be consistent, and just do that. And while I talk, I'm going to play. I'm going to draw 2 for Jafar. Just be consistent and talk. You'll figure out your niche. Like if you go in knowing what you want to do kind of content, like I went into it, I knew I was going to do Lorcana. So I knew what I was going to talk about. But if you don't, just go in, start talking to yourself, start doing something, get a friend to come in and start talking to your friend, learn how to do that and get comfortable with that. You'll find your niche. You'll find what kind of flows naturally and then go from there. And then you start doing that. People, every time I go live, I get on average, usually about 20 followers. Let me see where I am right now. I've been live for 2 hours and 13 minutes. And while I'm talking, I'm going to pull Jafar because I'm waiting for this to pull up. So he pulls a location. He can't play that because it costs 8 ink and he has none. And another location costs 8 ink. He has none. All right, here we go. I have gotten 8 new followers on this session. So a little bit lower than normal, but that's okay. I mean, I usually, so far I've averaged about, 20 followers every time I go live. So that's 20 people every day at least that I'm getting. And that adds up. And, if your goal is to get into that monetization and stuff like that, it adds up. And before you know it, you're going to be monetized. And the more people that are following you, the more people get the notifications, the more it goes out to that algorithm and you pull in. And so that starts growing and building too. So if you're interested in going live, my suggestion, just do it. Just go and do it. It's going to be super weird, super awful. Probably the first time, nothing against you, but it's just, that's the reality, right? Unless you have a clear goal, it's going to be weird. It's going to be, not great. You're going to figure out what works, what doesn't. You're going to figure out, all kinds of things, but that's okay. That's why you do it. And then the next live, you take what you learned in that first one and you go in and you improve the next live, and then you improve the next live, and then you continue. And before you know it, you've established yourself, and you've established kind of your niche and what your opponents want, or what your followers want to see. And I'm engaging. I'm asking you guys, what do you want to see? Because then I'm no, I haven't even started, Jafar. What are you doing, K-Rai? You're supposed to be in bed. Let's see. Have 2 sealed Pokemon products. They're worth more money, so Pokemon good for collecting and keeping. Yeah, worth more sealed, right? I think that's going to happen with the first chapter stuff too. You're going to start seeing, any of because they're not going to make any more first chapter, or that's my understanding. They've stopped production on that. You're going to start to see more sealed product hit the aftermarket sellers. There's a League of Legends TCG coming out called Riftbound that seems pretty fun. I've heard of it. I don't know a whole lot. I know League of Legends, of course, and I've heard Riftbound and stuff. But well, then come down here, K-Rai, and play me, because I'm just getting started with Jafar. So speaking of that, I'm going to take my draw. I am going to ink. I will ink a Kakamora. I will exert to get a Captain Hook out. And does the Discord just have the welcome channel? No. So, and read the welcome channel. It tells you what you need to do. So go in there. You'll need to go to the rules, review the rules, and react to the rules. Hit the thumbs up to indicate that you read the rules. And then once you do that, it's going to unlock everything else, and you'll see everybody else in there. So, but yeah, Jander, once you do that, you should be able to see it. If you've reacted to it and you still don't, let me know and I'll take a look. I'm not going to say that the Discord is bug free, because it's not. I certainly ran into a lot of bugs. I spent a few days before I launched it doing a lot of tests, doing a lot of testing with it, and work out, and I found a lot of bugs. So I think I squashed most of them, but not going to guarantee I did. If you still have trouble after you like the rules, or if you don't see that rules channel, then let me know so I can go in there and take a look. Perfect. Yeah. So just missed that. Awesome. All right. So I played. Now it's Jafar's turn. He's going to get 2 ink for the crown. He's going to get 2 cards. He does not have enough to play Arcane. Oh, and thanks for stopping in, man. Yeah, I mean, anytime, stop by. I go live most nights at 8 o'clock Eastern. I'm in North Carolina, so 8 o'clock my time. And try to be here at 8 o'clock. This week, I may be a little bit late because we've got some stuff going on at our church this week that we're doing every evening. I may be a little bit late, but I will try to go on live every day. It just may be 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock. Jafar gets 2. Let's see. He can't play that one. Jafar gets 2 cards. So the way Jafar works, so he's got like written rules. He doesn't draw 7 cards like you do as a player. He plays by a little bit different rules. He gets 2 cards, and the number of cards he gets depends on the number of players battling Jafar. So it's a little bit different. So I'm playing solo. It's a solo mission. So 1 player battling Jafar. He gets draw 2 cards, and then once he reaches 20 lore, then he gets to draw 3 cards. Now, if there's 2 of us playing, Jafar starts out drawing 2 cards. When he hits 20 lore, he draws 1 card. I'm sorry, when he hits 10 lore, he draws 1 card. And then when he hits 3 lore, he draws 1 more card. So he gets 4 cards after 40 lore. And then 3, if you're battling 3 players, he starts out drawing 3 cards. And then at 20 lore, he draws 1. So he gets 4. And then with 4 players, he starts out with 3 cards. And then at 10 and 30, he draws 1. So it depends on who you're how many people are playing him. And so that kind of, it helps the curve a little bit, the difficulty. And then he gets two lore at the beginning of his turn because he owns the Reforged Crown, which is an item that whoever possesses the crown at the start of their turn gets 2 lore. So he starts the game with the crown, so he gets 2 lore, and so my goal is to take the crown back, so he stops that lore. Yeah, that's exactly it. I am playing an NPC. I'm drawing for him because Jafar can't do it, but there's a there are set rules, so there's no decision making. Well, very, very little decision making built into Jafar's play. He plays the same way every time. So when he's got characters out, he quests. He does not challenge you. He has to quest unless, hey, Tamara Wilson, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night. We'll see you the next time. Thank you. I really appreciate you joining us. Dan, welcome. How's it going? So he has to quest every time. He doesn't challenge unless he has a character that has reckless. And then that character must challenge. So, but in general, he quests every single time. So he draws 2. He doesn't have to spend ink to play a card. He only has to have ink available. So the way he works is he draws 2 cards and you look at it. If he has the ink to play the card, he plays the card. If he does not have the ink to play the card, it goes face down into his inkwell. So like right now, he's getting 2 ink every single turn. And then when he hits 3 cards, he'll get 3 ink every single turn, as long as he can't play the card. So then he plays the character and goes on. And then there's other things. But basically, he plays whatever's on the card. If he doesn't have the ink to do it, it goes in the inkwell. And if he does, then he plays it and does whatever action. And then it's the action. Then it plays just like Lorcana, regular Lorcana. I can challenge his characters, and I want to because that's going to take them off because he's going to get lore that way too. The biggest problem with Jafar and Ursula is they are super, super aggro. So they are going to get lore like crazy. So you're going to have to, and the characters are like very overpowered as well. So, you're going to face it. They're going to be none of those, 1 strength, 2 willpower characters that come out like you see when you play your buddies and play at set champs and stuff. Those don't come out. You're going to see lots of 3/4s, lots of 5/5s. There's an 8/9 in here. I mean, you're going to see a lot of those, and those are the regular cards that come out. So it is absolutely crazy. Anyway, all right. So Jafar played. He couldn't get anything out, so I'm going to ready my characters. I'm going to draw Heffalumps. Nice. That one, that's a fun one. I'm going to ink that one though, because I want to keep these others. I've got 3 others in here, so I'm good with that. I'm going to ink it. And then I'm going to use that to play Mr. Smee, who is an evasive. That's another problem with Jafar. He has a bunch of evasives in his deck. So you have to you will not be able to compete with Jafar if you have a deck that cannot handle evasives. So you've got to be able to deal with evasives. All right. So I'm going to Captain Hook is a 3/2 while challenging. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to quest. I'm not going to challenge that yet because it's not going to make much of a difference. I'm not going to be able to take his location out. So I'm going to quest, get 1 lore. Sorry, I had to get my lore counter out here. Get 1 lore, and I'll pass the turn. So Jafar, he's still got the crown, so he's going to get 2 lore. For that, he's going to draw 2 cards. Now he plays a Basil because this one costs 1 ink, and he's got 4 ink on the board. So I'll play Basil. And then Destructive Misstep, it costs 3 ink, and he's got 3. This one is Jafar's location loses ward. This is why I didn't challenge the location. And this is new in Jafar. They didn't have a mechanic like this in Ursula. Listen to this. Jafar's location loses ward until the start of his next turn. The Illumineer may choose and banish up to 1 of Jafar's locations. I am absolutely going to banish his location. And the reason being in order for me to steal the crown, he cannot have a location in place. The location protects the crown. So destructive misstep allows me to discard one of his locations. So I'm going to discard his location. He starts with a location in play. So now I'll be able to steal the crown next turn, and move on from there. So that'll stop his lore draw. It'll give me 2 lore because I'll gain that and help me out. How do locations work? They weren't in the first shot. Yeah. So locations work to play them. They work just like a character. I'll show you his location. Locations have a lore cost. In this case, his is 0 because it comes out right out of the gate. But locations, if you're playing a location, you spend the ink to play it. So it plays just like a character there. It comes out and it plays. Now, every location has a willpower on it. So, and they're usually pretty, they're usually pretty tough. So like this one is a 5 willpower. They're usually pretty tough. Even the locations that'll be on your side. So they work great for like defense. They're not a bodyguard. So don't think of them as a bodyguard, but they're great cannon fodder. And what I mean by that is that opponents will attack it and challenge it because they want to get it off the board, and they're not going to take damage. So while they're doing that, they're exerting characters. They're not challenging your characters. And yeah, it basically allows you to get more cards out and quest for lore. But the reason they want to remove the location, usually, sometimes they don't. Sometimes the location just doesn't do anything. But typically a location has an action that allows it to do something. Like it'll improve your cards. I've got a location. One of the locations I took out of this, when I've got a character there, it gets +1 willpower and +1 strength. So it buffs my characters while they're in that location. So you as an opponent would want to remove my location to remove that buff to make it easier for you to challenge. Some locations give you a constant lore draw. So during your set phase, they you get 1 lore just right at the start of your turn because the location's in play. So there's lots of advantages to have a location. Sometimes they protect things. Like I've got one that while you have a pirate or an alien character here, this location cannot be challenged. So you protect the location, and that location, it's the Galactic Council Chamber, silver or steel. Hey, Native, welcome. I'm challenging Jafar right now, and I'm probably honestly I'm probably going to go to bed after I finish this Jafar battle. I'm running on 45 minutes of sleep over the last 48 hours, so I'm probably at this point going to go to bed. But we'll see. Thank you so much for that, Heartme. I appreciate that, Native. Thank you. But yeah, tonight I'm gonna battle Jafar tonight. I'll finish this since I got it going, and then go to bed, wrap it up after that. But yeah, I was up until 7 o'clock this morning, going with it. Tomorrow, I'll be on tomorrow. Maybe we can arrange something tomorrow. Are you Native? Do you go live? Are you a live host? Because if you are, that's going to be from what I've seen today. I did a live with TCG Fanatic. I did a battle earlier to kind of play around with that, and that gives some side by side and gives a really cool, really nice format for us to be able to play. So if you've got live access and you go live, if you've got live access, if you go live, that's going to make kind of the look and feel of playing together work. Even if you go live just for the purpose of playing, it's going to make kind of the look and feel, I think, work a little bit better. But let's talk tomorrow. Join me tomorrow. Right now, I'm not scheduling anything out. I know we talked about it the other day. I'm not scheduling anything out. I'm kind of taking it on a as requested basis and kind of a as ad hoc kind of thing. Tonight, like I said, I'm going to battle Jafar. I've already got this one underway, I was planning on battling battling Deck Daughter tonight and then going, but I'm doing Jafar instead, and I'm going to hit the bed because I feel it. Like I had some energy when I first started the live today at about 7:30, or 8 o'clock, somewhere around there. I've been live now for 2.5 hours. So I had the energy, a little bit of energy there. I had that second wind, but I'm starting to feel that slow burn. All right, I am going to play. I'm gonna ink a jack because I need to get some ink out here. I am going to also let's see. I'm going to use one. I'm going to fire the cannons at Basil to take him out, to get him off the board. So spend that one ink, and I will just call that there because I can't play another character. And then, all right. So Nathan, the way this works. So I'm going to steal the crown. When it's one person, it's just me. But every player playing has to exert a character. So I exert a character. I can't, of course, quest with it or anything else. But I exert a character, and if you're playing multiples, everybody has to exert. Oh, Nathan, you're not there, so I'll hold on. I'm gonna quest with my Captain Hook though first, and go to lore, and then. But yeah, Native. So hit me up tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow. I may be a little bit late. I try to go live about 8 o'clock every day. I may be a little bit late tomorrow, but hit me up tomorrow. We'll try to work something out. I mean, like I said, I try to just right now. Just the feel of the room and the feel of kind of what's going on there and everything else, and kind of deck daughter and stuff like that. But hit me up tomorrow, pop in, and ask me again tomorrow. I'm not going to promise, but hit me up. I mean, I'm not going to say no just for the sake of like, no, go away kind of thing. Cause I'm not going to do that. But like tonight I would, but I need to get some rest. So Nathan, I don't know, TCG, welcome back in. Playing a little Jafar here. Nathan, I don't know if you're here. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'll explain later. But we exert a character, and everybody that's playing has to exert it. But that's how we steal the crown. Is you exert a character and steal the crown back. So now I've got it. Nicholas, welcome in. Good to see you. New viewer, welcome in. So I steal the crown. So now that's half of the objective. I have to get to 20 lore before Jafar gets to 40. I also have to have the crown. I want to play with you guys. Absolutely, yeah. And I was just talking to Native. He was wanting to play me tonight. Not tonight because I'm going to finish this round. Then I'm going to bed. I'm running on like 45 minutes of sleep. But absolutely, yeah. Let's do that. For sure. All right, let's see. So I'm going to end my turn, Jafar's turn. He doesn't get any lore because I stole the crown from him, but he does get 2 cards. And he plays a Basil because he's got the ink for that. And 1, 2, 3, 4. He plays an Iago, which is a bodyguard. And so it just enters exerted. So we go in there and he's exerted. So now Jafar's done. It's my turn. We're going to ready our players and draw. I get 2 lore at the start of my turn. So that was ready, set. I get 2 for having the crown, which is good news. And then we're going to ink. I am going to, let's see, what am I going to do? I'm going to ink this Robin Hood. I don't like to play. It's the only one I got in here, but I need the ink. I'm going to ink the Robin Hood. I'm going to use that to get Basil on the board. He's an evasive. I'm going to spend 1 lore to fire the cannons at this Basil to get rid of him, knock him off the board. And then I will quest for 2 more, so go to 6. And then pass the turn to Jafar. So Jafar readies. Nathan, welcome back. So to catch you up real quick, I stole the crown because I got rid of his location last time. In order to steal the crown, I exerted Mr. Smee. I can't quest or anything like that with Mr. Smee, but I exerted him, and that allowed me to steal the crown. When you're playing with multiple people, every player has to exert 1 character in order to steal the crown. If one person doesn't, you don't steal the crown. So that's how I stole the crown. And I was able to then get 2 lore and started my turn after that. So welcome back. I just passed the turn to Jafar. So he readies and then he quests. It is, Kyle. It is really easy. It is super easy. Stick around. I'm not going to go into it tonight, just because I'm going to finish this game, and this one is not a super easy one to explain how to play because he plays by kind of special rules. But please come back. Please stick around. I mean, I kind of talk about what I'm doing here, but I'm not going to fully explain all of the rules. But please come back because most nights, and I did it at the beginning of this live, most nights I do end up explaining and going through tutorials on how to play. I'm going to build out, I haven't yet because I'm still new. I'm going to build out like the tutorial series on how to play and stuff like that. So I can also refer you to my videos to watch those. But stick around. I mean, ask questions and things like that. I'll try to answer those. But it is relatively easy. It is pretty easy to come in. I'm sorry. I'm going on 45 minutes of sleep, man. I'm terribly sorry. You have been coming back. You're absolutely right. That's why I'm gonna wrap this up. So, but here in a little bit, as soon as I finish this. But check out the Discord too. I'm gonna get some. If you're not aware, my link tree up there. Hit that link tree. I've got a Discord link. Hit that. Go join the Discord. And go join the Discord and join that community there because we're also going to do. I'm going to try to get some tutorial stuff. Oh man, okay, no worries. But and I'm trying to make it just an extension of this channel. So stick around here. This is not going anywhere. It's just added value and everything. And then TCG, yeah, super easy. Probably one of the easiest TCGs to play. Let's see. All right, so. To answer your question, Nathan, so Jafar, he always quests. Unless he's a reckless, he always quests. Now, he does do whatever is on the card. I mean, he plays it like normal. In this case, this Iago is just a bodyguard. So I have to treat it like a bodyguard. But he just quests. So he gets 1 for questing because it's not a reckless or anything like that. All right, so he quested. Now he draws his 2 cards because he only has 7 lore. His first card is a Jafar 4. So this one is when Jafar plays this character, he plays all items named Mechanical Snake from his discard for free. The good news is he does not have a Mechanical Snake in his discard. The reason that's good news for me is Mechanical Snake is one of the ways Jafar steals the crown back. So he's not going to play it, so I keep the crown. Kyle, don't buy. I mean, you can. But Jafar is going to be really tough. If you've got friends or if you've got family that want to play, I would recommend if you're learning, start with either starter sets. If you look at my showcase down here, I've got some starter sets down there. Also look at my link tree. I've got some Amazon storefront links there. Find whatever is the cheapest. Don't buy it just from the affiliate or whatever, just to support me. I'd appreciate it if you want to, but shop around, find the cheapest. $16, $17 is going to be the going price. If you can find it cheaper than that, buy it. 16 or 7. Don't pay more than that for any of the new sets. But start with the starter sets. You'll be able to play friends. There's also, now this is going to be older sets, so you're going to run into some rotation problems. So this is now no longer high on my recommendation list. But you can look at the Gateway. Gateway is like Shimmering Skies. So that's sets 1 through 4. But what that does is it teaches you how to play while you play. So it goes through gameplay, and part of the rules of the play is how to learn how to play. And while you play it, you end up building 2 decks. The problem there is those decks are going to have a lot of the older sets. So some of those cards it's all the older sets the first year. So some of those cards are going to get rotated out in September. Yeah, TCG, I mean, it is the best way to learn, but it's falling down on my recommendation list simply because of rotation. All right, Jafar, he has 1 more card to play. I was just talking about it. Mechanical Snake. So this card, it's an item. So he plays the Mechanical Snake. Oops, I had 6. He plays the Mechanical Snake, which when he plays it, he steals the crown. So crown goes back to Jafar. And he now, because he has to play whatever's on the card, He exerts the card, banishes the item, and gets 2 lore. I don't like Mechanical Snake. But that was his last card, so he finishes and passes the turn. So now I ready. I don't get any lore because I don't have the crown anymore. So I'll draw. And then we will, but he doesn't have a location in place. So what that means is that I can exert a character, and he does not have an evasive. So all of these are 3/2s at this point. Let's see. Do you get these pre-made character decks in the troves? No. So in the troves, yeah, like TCG said, in the troves, you just get 8 booster packs. So it's a good way if you want to collect to buy and get a bunch of cards for a slight discount because you get eight boosters in a trove, and the trove usually runs $45 to $50 depending on where you find it. You regularly can probably find it cheaper too on sale, Amazon and stuff like that. But yeah, you also get lore counter, dividers, and dice as well. So you get a few other perks. So it's a great value, but you're not guaranteed a complete legal deck out of it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this was in the dollar bin, TCG, at my local game store. It's just like it's a marbled. I have a green one and I have a red one. You can kind of see it there. Let me see if I can get it to focus. But it's kind of like a little marbled effect. Pretty cool. So I'm playing an Emerald Steel, so I'm playing the Emerald D6. Yeah, so if you want a guaranteed deck, playable legal deck, get a starter deck. If you want to collect and then eventually build a deck, get a trove. It's a great way to get a bunch of booster packs for a slight discount over the price of buying the same number of booster packs. Okay. I drew this turn, so I need to play. I need to do something. I am going to spend 3 ink, play a Hercules. I am going to exert a Captain Hook to steal a crown back. I will, let's see. I gotta hit Iago. Iago's a 5. These are a 3. I'm going to spend 1 to play Prepare to Board. That gives my Mr. Smee +3. So now he's a 6/2. Little overkill, but I'm going to trade Mr. Smee for Iago and take Iago off the board. And I will quest with my Basil. So that'll take me to 7. I'm feeling pretty good about Jafar. I'm saying that I'm jinxing myself. The artwork, man, Kyle, I like this. I like Lorcana because of the artwork. Ravensburger knocked it out of the park with the artists on this. So I'm done. I'm going to pass my turn to Jafar. Actually, that was Bodyguard, and that it was exerted, and I wanted exerted. So he's going to quest for 1. So he goes to 10. He gets an extra card at 20, so he's not yet. Mechanical Snake, son of a yeesh. Steals the crown, exerts, banishes, gets 2 lore. This is yikes. Another Iago Bodyguard that he can play for. So Bodyguard enters exerted. Yeah, so I am playing against Jafar, and I'm playing a deck I built. Jafar only comes with 1 deck. So this and the deck that he comes with is not a legal deck to play. So you're not going to be able to take that to set champs or anything like that and play. It's also, you'll notice that the back of the card is red as opposed to your standard Lorcana card, which is black. But he comes with his own card. He plays by his own rules. But the Jafar set does come with 2 pre-con legal decks. And they are a little bit more powerful than the pre-cons that you find in the starter packs. So there is maybe a little bit of advantage, I think, to getting Jafar. And I've recommended to people, I mean, if you want to get Jafar, you could certainly learn how to play. Jafar is not going to teach you how to play. The instructions that come with Jafar are not going to explain and teach you how to play. So you're going to need to look it up. Content creators like me, explaining how to play, and search it up on the web to learn. But you can certainly buy the Jafar pack. It's right now you can find it. I think in my showcase down there. I think I've got it. I think it's on there for like $29 or something like that. I could be wrong. It does have $10 shipping, but that brings it up to like $39, which is competitive with your Amazon price and some other places that you can buy it. Retail on it's like $60. That's a pretty good price. You get 2 decks out of it. You don't get any boosters, but you get 2 decks. So yeah, I mean that might be a way to go as well. All right, my turn. I readied everything. I'm going to draw. Heffalumps and Woozles. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to hold on to that because he's only got 1 lore questers. I'm going to wait till he gets a big old body out there to quest before I play my Heffalumps and Woozles. I am going to play another Hercules though. I'm going to enter that exerted. And then I will, I'm going to exert a Hercules to steal a Reforged Crown. And then I'm just going to quest with these 2, 7, 8, 9. And then I'm going to pass my turn to Jafar. He's going to ready, set, and play, so he gains 2 lore for that. And then he draws 2 cards. First card is a location. The location is a resist +1. So I'll put that in here. You can play it. And another mechanical snake. So now this is going to be a problem because he steals the crown. It's protected by a location. So I'm going to have to deal with the location before I can deal with the crown. He exerts, banishes, and gets 2 lore for the mechanical snake. And he passes his turn. So now he's got 16 lore. This is the problem with Jafar is he's got all these sneaky plays that come in and just end up just completely demolishing you. So I'm going to have to deal with his characters now, but I'm going to have to focus on this location. So he didn't get any characters. I'm still going to save my Heffalumps and Woozles. I'm going to play a dump truck, and I'm going to put 1 damage on Iago. So he's a 4/4 now because I can't deal it to a location. That Royal Armory is a 6, but it's a resist, so it plays like a 7. I'm going to... Oh, yikes. It's 4 lore. I'm going to spend the 4 lore, so that's 5. It takes me down to 5 lore to put 5 damage on this Royal Armory. So he absorbs 1 for the resist, so he takes 4. So that makes him a 2. So he's a 2. I'm going to challenge Hercules. He's a 3. So 2 with resist 1. That's going to banish that location. I'm going to quest again with Hercules to steal the crown back again. And then I'm gonna quest. I need to deal with those, but right now I'm okay with just 2 characters. I'm going to quest to get a little bit of that lore back. So I go to 7. And then I pass my turn to Jafar. He's going to get 2 lore for those characters he got in play. He's going to draw 2. Are there different game styles in this game like Magic, or is it Pokemon? It has 1 game mode. Really, it's 1 game mode, I think. I mean, technically, there are cards. Technically, you can play this game in like multiplayer in that... No. Ask the questions, Kyle. That's why we're here, man. Ask the questions. I want to answer it. That's what this channel is all about. This channel is all about the questions, learning, growing, building this community. Let me play this card real quick since I got it in my hand for Jafar. It's a Sandblast action. He deals 1 damage to each opposing character, then puts this Inkwell into his Inkwell face down. So all my characters get 1 damage. So that means Dump Truck is gone. Because he only takes 1 damage. 1, and 1. There are different styles. You can technically play this like 3 players all together or whatever. Tabby, thanks for joining back. Welcome back. You can play it. I don't know how that would work. That to me, that breaks my brain. That seems like it would not work well. Um, but you can play it, and the reason I say that is there are cards that say deal to each opponent, right? So and even in the official rules, it says that you can play it in multiplayer. But really, you want to play it one-on-one because otherwise, I at least in my opinion, it's gonna get kind of weird because now you're gonna dilute it. You're gonna have characters out here, and now I'm not having to worry about one player getting 20 lore. Now I've got two players that are getting 20 lore. So now when I struggle to get characters out, when I struggle to get it was rough to follow. I guess that's what I'm saying, Tabby. Right? When I struggle to get one character out or a bunch of stuff out, now I've got to now worry about two players also getting characters, and I got to slow them down. Like, holy cow, how do I do this? Right? So, like, if you've got this super crazy meta bounce deck or something like that that'll just bounce characters left and right, maybe. But for me, there's no way I'm going to play multiple. I mean, it seems like it'd be near impossible to play. So, all right, Jafar's got one more character or one more card to play. Son of a yeesh, that's 3 mechanical snakes in 3 turns in a row. Good news is he doesn't have a location, but that takes him to 20 lore, which gives him 1 more card draw on the next turn. He's out of cards. He's going to finish, so I'm going to ready my cards. Kyle, yeah, I like how I teach the game. Absolutely. Again, that's what I'm building here. So I appreciate that. That's what we want to do here. All right, so I'm going to ready. I'm going to draw. Okay. I'm going to ink my Heffalumps and Woozles because I'm going to use that to play Mad Hatter. Mad Hatter quests for 3, and I need lore draw on this. I need lore draw to get going here. Right now, he's only getting 2 lore, and he's got no location, or he's getting because he's got the crown. I'm going to exert to steal the crown, so he doesn't get lore at the beginning of his next turn. And then I'm going to quest for 3 more. That'll take me to 10. And then now I'm going to pass the turn. 20 lore. So in this game, you have to get to 20. But if you're playing with other people, every player that is battling Jafar has to get to 20 lore before you win. So if I get 20, but Deck Daughter is also playing and she has 15 lore, we got to keep going until she gets 15. So what makes that fun is that we play at the same time. So Jafar plays and then we play. So we can talk about like what we want to do, strategies, and figure out, okay, you quest this turn. I've got more characters, so I'm going to challenge. And we talk that way. We can also, do things like when you play a card that says, when you play this card, add +1 support to a chosen character this turn. I can add that to one of her characters because that's a chosen character, right? So you have to get 20 lore before the game is over. Yeah, that's the basic in Lorcana. That is the basic goal anyway, is the first person to 20 lore wins. In Jafar, that still holds true. You have to get to 20, but Jafar has to make it to 40. So Jafar has to make 40 before he wins. So, all right. So I finished my turn, got all my stuff out of here. So Jafar is going to ready and set. So he gets 2 lore for the characters. He gets 3 cards now because he drew. Oops, I had 10, not 17. And he's going to play an armory. It's that same location that we had earlier. So it's a +1 resist. Sultan. When Jafar plays this character, each Illumineer chooses and discards a card. Good news is I'm top decking, so I don't have to discard a card. And then Gargantuan Cobra. When Jafar plays this 7, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He cannot play this, so that goes into his Inkwell. That's good. Okay, I'm not going to worry about the Royal Armory right now. I'm not going to focus on that. I've got the crown, so I go 2 lore. I want to draw a card. I'm going to I'm going to keep 4 of these because I'm going to play Jock. And that's when you play this character, if you have 3 or more, gain 2 lore. So I'm going to go to 14. I think I win. I'm going to quest with Mad Hatter. That'll take me to 17. I'm going to quest with Hercules, and Basil. That'll take me to 20. That's a winner. I beat Jafar. Nice. So I like this deck. I always struggle with Jafar. I did pretty well, I think, against Jafar. I did get some lucky pulls because he didn't get a lot of characters that came out. But I like that, and I'm confident, and I like this deck. So, Kyle, I hate it when people ask me that. Not that you, because I have a hard time answering. My favorite deck to play with is the deck that I have the most confidence in at the time I'm playing. So right now, it's kind of between this Emerald Steel and my Blurple. No, don't be sorry. I'm not saying that because I hate it. I want people to answer. I have a hard time answering it because it sounds like a cop-out answer, and a lot of it is because I'm still relatively new to the game, so I'm still learning a lot of mechanics. So I haven't really built a favorite deck. So my deck is the deck that I have the most confidence in that I'm playing at the time. If you had asked me 2 weeks ago, it was my Amber Ruby deck because I had tons of confidence in that deck. And when I played it, I kind of knew what was going on with it. And I would come out and a lot of the characters that I had that would come out, they were early characters that quested for 2. Lot of racers and stuff like that. But I had a lot of confidence in it and I liked it. Then Deck Daughter went and built a deck, and I was beating Deck Daughter with that deck almost every single time I played. She came in, built a deck, beat me like 3 times in a row. I lost all confidence in the deck. It's no longer my favorite. I had to go build a new deck. I haven't played it since then because it's a weak deck compared to. But what it did when I lost to her, it forced me to go rebuild a new deck, a stronger deck. So I built a deck. This Emerald Steel, I still lost, so I didn't have confidence of that. So I'm like, okay, what now? So I went and I tweaked this deck, played, and I beat her. So now I got a little more confidence in this. But then I built a Blurple deck right before Set Champs. Didn't have enough time to play it to build enough confidence, so I stuck with my Emerald Steel. I've played the Blurple a couple times. I got a little more confidence in it now. I don't know. So that's why it's bouncing between the 2. But that's my answer, right? Is I don't have a favorite that I go to. My favorite is the one. My favorite changes depending on the scenario, and that's why I don't like the question. Not because I don't want you to ask it. I don't like it because I have a hard time answering it. But don't be sorry for asking it. Please don't. Tabby. Whatever practice with most recently, right? What are the different types, like magic is grass? So you're talking like the different mana and stuff like that. They don't have that in Lorcana. In Lorcana, ink is ink is ink is ink. It's a colorless from a gameplay perspective. Now there are colors, but those don't have to do with in Magic. If you're gonna play a green creature, you have to tap green mana, right? So you have to spend the corresponding mana. But in Lorcana, the colors, they do 2 things. One, in core constructed deck format, you have to follow rules just like in Magic around the deck. You have to have a minimum of 60 cards in your deck. You can have no more than 2 ink colors. So there's 6 inks, but that's why when we talk about our decks, we always list 2 colors. This is an Emerald Steel. I don't have Amethyst, Ruby, Amber, or Sapphire in this one because I can only have 2 colors. So I picked that. So that's where the colors come in. So that's the one. This 2, just like in Magic, the different colors have different characteristics. So your Ruby, your red, is going to be more of an attack type color. So all the characters that are in Ruby, they're gonna be a little bit stronger on the attack. They're gonna cost more to come out, but they're gonna be a little bit stronger on the attack. Amber, yellow, the kind of the yellow, that's gonna be a supporting card. It's gonna do a lot of things like heal characters, remove damage, move damage from one to another. It's going to give you some support buffs and things like that. So it's going to give you support. Your steel. So in this one, I've got steel. Steel's a good defense. Kind of a good solid defense in general. It also good attack. But it's known for its defense and secondly attack. So your characters and players in that are going to have a lot of willpower. That's your defense side of things. A lot of willpower that they can take. They're going to be bodyguards. So they're good from that perspective. Your amethyst, the purple, that's going to be a lot of magic, a lot of magical things. So a lot of things like bounce. I play the card, and I can when I play the card, I bounce this damage card back to my hand, or I bounce the player's card back to their hand, or it's going to have some discard. You play it and it discards. It does a lot of things, kind of like the direct damage in Magic. It doesn't necessarily deal damage to the character, and you don't have to exert and stuff like that. You can. It's a lot of actions and all. So that's your amethyst. And then your sapphire is going to be kind of your techie. It's going to be your smart, your kind of your brainiac kind of game. So there's going to be a lot of stuff like you play and there's a lot of actions and things like that. And then finally you've got your emerald, which emerald is kind of your all around balanced, kind of good at everything kind of thing. And so good. So what determines? You do. Kind of. So there's two different cards in the game. Two different types. There's inkable and uninkable. And I'm trying to find an uninkable here for you. There we go. Let me show you that one because the foils don't show up well. So there's inkable and uninkable. So this is an uninkable card. In the top right, you have that symbol. So that means that this card costs 1 ink to play. It costs 1 ink to play, and this is an uninkable card. So notice that it's got that hexagon around it. And the difference is this is an inkable card. You notice that like little shutter effect around it. That means it's inkable. So that's going to determine whether you can ink the card or not. Now, when you've got these in your hand, so let's say I've got both of these in my hand. I look at it. You want to ink, especially early on, you want to ink one card. You can ink once per turn unless you have an action or something that allows you to do additional. But once per turn is the basic rule. So you look at it, and now you decide what you want to ink. So it's going to play into your strategy. Sometimes it's a tough decision, but in Core Constructed, remember I was talking about the rules around deck building, you can have up to 4 copies of your characters in there. So you can have 4 of every card. So sometimes you look at it and say, okay, I know I've got 3 more of these, so I'm going to ink that right now. It's turn 1. This one costs 5 to play it. I'm not going to be able to play that until the 5th turn. So it's one of those things that it might be better for me to ink that now, knowing that I've got 3 more in the deck. It'll come back up and I'll be able to play it later, right? So you decide what you want to ink. Excuse me. And it's based on your strategy. It's going to be based on what you do. And that's one of those things that you got to learn the deck. You got to learn the strategy. And sometimes you're going to ink the wrong card. You're going to struggle with it or what have you. So while I have a card, I'll give you anatomy of a card as well. Over here on this side of the card, you've got the 2 is the strength. The 4 is the willpower. So strength and defense. Down here, these little pips in the corner, that's your lore. So when you quest, that's how much lore this card will add to my lore counter when it quests. And then, of course, just like Magic, oops, I'm drifting. Just like Magic, it's got an action written on the card. Not all cards have actions. Some of them you just play it and they're just a card. Others have actions. So like this one, whenever this character is challenged, you may draw a card. So you do whatever the card. Whatever the card says, you do that action and trigger. And that's just where you just kind of go along and learn as you play. Play, because every time you play, you're going to learn something different. 1, about how to play in general. 2, how to play your deck, your strategy. You're going to learn what to do and what not to do. You're going to learn where your decks are weak. So you can then go in and specifically try to address those weaknesses. So yeah, just play. The more you play, the better you're going to get. List the card games that does these games. What is these game for on a list? I don't understand the question. I'm sorry, Kyle. Can you ask it a different way or clarify? I'm struggling with that one, and it may be me. I'm just tired, and it's getting. Yeah, but and I think that's going to be one of the first kind of tutorial or one of the next videos I make for my channel is I'm gonna give anatomy of a card and just kind of talk through because that seems to be one, especially with all the new players. That's one that I repeat every night, which is okay. I don't mind repeating it, but I think I'm going to do a video for anatomy of a card and just kind of walk through it. It'll be a real quick video, but I'll explain it and give anatomy of a card because I think that'll be helpful. You got to know that before you can play. Courtney, welcome in. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up in a few minutes. Kyle, ask me that question again, or like I said, I'm struggling with that. Want a list of card games. What does these games for on a list? Help me out with that. But I'll hang around for a little bit. Wait for you to answer me there. But I'm gonna wrap up though in a few minutes. As soon as Kyle gets back to me here, and I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna get some sleep. But I appreciate, as always, every single one of you guys hanging out with me. And I say guys and kind of like in everything. It's not a I don't know everybody here, but I appreciate every one of you hanging out with me. Tonight and every other night when y'all hang out. I mean, I've been live now for 3 hours, and some of you have been here for close to that. And I appreciate it. I really do. Because the more you hang out, the more you guys do engage, like, comment, all that stuff. I don't, come in here and ask for gifts all the time, and that's because my engagement, the way you guys can gift me is to like, share, and follow. All of those things, because that's going to push me out to the FYP. So you'll never really hear me ask you for gifts in this channel on a regular basis. Because I don't want you to. I'm not here for you guys to spend the money. So I appreciate you hanging out. I appreciate you. Hey, Three Struck, welcome in. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me and learning and helping me build this community. So Kyle, if you're there. Hang out for a couple more minutes here. I really want to answer your question. Yeah, well, and Tabby, with those gifts earlier, thank you so much. Like I said, I mean, we are very appreciative of them. We're not on this for the gifts. We absolutely appreciate the gifts, and we love it when people give it. But and I appreciate you for those gifts earlier. You helped me win that battle. That was awesome. That was a lot of fun. So I'll never turn down gifts, but I don't come in here and beg and ask you guys for it. Usually the only times I mention it are if it comes up during the live, and then at the end I remind people that I'm here for the likes and everything, not for the money. I appreciate the money. I made $25 last week. I'm going to reinvest that into the channel in some way. I have already. I bought 5 booster packs with it. Open them up here, and we talk and everything. But it's I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing this. That's why I built the Discord. I don't get any money off Discord. Well, I mean, I could if you guys boost it and stuff like that. But again, I'm not. I don't make money off the Discord. It's all about the community. It's all about the vibe and us learning and everything. So Three Struck, Lorcana, anything like Magic. It is very, very similar. There are some differences. I'll tell you what. I've opened a couple, but since you asked nicely, I've got a pack. I will open one for you here before I get off. That work? I've got 2 more that I'm not going to open. I won't open tonight. I'll save that for tomorrow, or I'll save that for a video. Thank you, Nathan. Yeah. So, and for those of you that are new to this channel, I mean, check out my videos. I've been collecting since May. Between Deck Daughter and I, we have over 4,200 cards now at this point. The only enchanted card we now own is thanks to our set champs on Saturday. We got the top 8 enchanted promo. So while I'm happy I own an enchanted, it comes with an asterisk because I didn't pull it, and there were only 8 people at the tournament, so everybody got the enchanted. Top 8 is top 8. I love the enchanted. It's awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Nathan. Some of them are crazy. Some of them are like, you can tell I was early on in this thing. But so I have not pulled an enchanted. So let's see. Tabby, let's do this. I mean, you gifted me earlier, and you gave me a bunch of gifts earlier. So I'm gonna gift it back. You want to see a deck opening on live? So here we go. Let's do it. At my set champs last week, I got on Saturday. I got 3 packs for registering and paying. I got 2 packs for starting the first match. And then I bought, between Deck Daughter and we bought 9 packs because they had them on sale 3 for $10. What? I mean, that's like almost half price. So, all right, let's open up and see what we got here. All right, let me make sure they're all together so we don't spoil the enchanted that I'm going to pull on this one. All right, here we go. Dalmatian Puppy. So this is a Raina Jafar current set. Got us a Dale. I need to move this so I can see a little bit easier. Got us a Dale. Here we go. The Dodo. Go-Go Tamago. That's one of Deck Daughter's absolute favorites. Magic Carpet. This is going to be good in my Blurple. I need more of these because I've got a couple of them in my Blurple. So I'm going to definitely use that to add in. Poe Dispel. King Candy. And then a Magica Dispel, sister for Poe, right? I think it's a sister. Hero, don't tell Deck Daughter, that's her favorite. All right, here we go. Alice is our first rare. Hades is our super rare. Nice. All right, here we go. Luck. Napoleon. That is a new card for me though, so that helps me. That'll help me complete the set. It's not complete, but it'll help me get closer to completion. But no enchanted. Yikes! That's been our luck. So check this out, Tabby. We have, like I said, we own over 4,200 cards now between the two of us. Now, some of those came out of starter packs and stuff like that. So we have bought all 17 starter packs that exist in Lorcana. We have bought, we have bought the Jafar and the Ursula. So we got a lot of cards that way. We also bought the Gateway game. So we got a lot of cards that way. So we got a lot of bulk. So not a lot of chances and my light just died. Sorry about that. Not a lot of chances to pull enchanteds there. So 4,200 cards. A lot of those are in bulk that we wouldn't have. But I've bought 5 troves. So that's what 40 booster packs between those. So that comes out to just shy of 2 boxes. We bought a box of Azurite Seas. So and then we've opened countless. So I mean, just what I've opened since Set Champs, that finishes up that proverbial theoretical booster box. So we've opened the equivalent of over 3 booster boxes of booster packs and no enchanteds. And I mean, the odds of pulling an enchanted are 1 in every 4 booster boxes. So 1 in every 96 booster packs. So technically we're right at, so we're due anytime. So maybe these 2 are it. Do I open them? Do we see? I mean, I don't know. I'm talking about it. Am I ruining the luck or you open 3 to 4 boxes per set. Yeah. 3 struck. All right. The crowd voted. All right, we'll do it. Let's see. Hopefully all this talk about it. Well, I don't know. At this point, all the talk is just bringing me more luck, right? Let's go with that. So I only have 2 more packs. And oh my goodness, I just thought Deck Daughter is going to be so upset if I pull an Enchanted and she's in bed and not here to see it. What that? Let's think about that for a minute. That's going to be nuts. I'm going to have to deal with that tomorrow. Yikes. She'll get over it. That's what I say. All right, here we go. First card. We got a Perdita. We got a Nero. I like Nero. I don't have him in my decks yet, Tipo, but I've got a few of those. Oh, Gloyd Orange Boar. Mrs. Potts, I have a ton of these. Like I've got bulk of those now. Dump truck, same thing. Tons of those. She's your person. Okay. And Figaro. Ooh, Jumba Jacuba. I like that one. Okay. All right. Everybody's got a weakness. This is in my Blurple deck, and I don't have 4 of these. So this one is going to go into my Blurple deck. Absolutely. So that's going to be handy. Wrong lever. Oh, I've got the pull the lever. Now I've got the wrong lever. Nice. Okay. I'm going to try to do it fast so we don't peek. Oh, rare basil. Okay. I'll take that one, though. I like that. I like that. Yeah, Kyle, they talked me into it. Tabby talked me into it. Oh, I like that basil. Yeah, that's a fun one. Pull the lever, Kronk. All right, I got one more chance. One more. Might as well. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. What puzzle piece did I get? Oh, 17. What did I get over here? Oh, I got tons of that one. All right. Last one. Last one. All right, here we go. Why do we even have that lever? With Deck Daughter, every single time we hear that or see it, she yells that, and oh my goodness, it's so funny. But now I'm gonna have to play that into one of my decks. Do the pull the lever and the wrong lever. All right, here we go. Oh, upside down. Dalmatian Puppy, opening up with a Dalmatian. Then we go to Yolana. A Chaka. These are fun because those are continuous art if you get the foils. Mushu, I like the Mushu. Oh, Anita Radcliffe. Genie, I do not have this, and I got schooled by one of these this weekend. So this is fantastic. This one, I don't know. It's relatively weak. Stopped chaos and extracts. What does that one do? Oh, it's a song. Return up to 2 chosen characters. 3. Okay. A bounce. And I play an Emerald Steel. I don't know. Huey. Lena Saberwing. All right. And then our rares. Prince John. Oh, that's a good one. Frady Cat. Oh, Maui. Nice. I'm already playing this in my Emerald Steel deck. Foil Aladdin. Okay. But I think this is going to help me get closer to completing the set because I don't know that I've got that foil. Still, no enchanteds. Dang it. All right. That's all right. I stopped by GameStop today because I'm a one of the pro whatever. And was that 2 foil rares? Yeah. Let's see. 1 foil rare, 2 foil rares, and then a foil uncommon. Yeah, 2 foil rares. And then I also pulled 1 super rare, 2 super rare. So 2 super rares, and I think a legendary, right? Oh yeah. So I got a foil legendary. Not a foil. Yeah, this is a foil legendary. In one of my earlier packs, Lady Tremaine. Such a cool card too. But no, I was saying that. So at GameStop, I'm a pro member over there. You know, you spend $25 for a year membership. You get a $5 coupon every month. GameStop sells booster packs for $6. So I get 1 booster pack every month for $1. And then after, well, not so I don't get 12 a year because the first 5 are regular price. I'm just, paying back. But then I get 7 booster packs in the year for $1. So if you guys got a GameStop around, to me, that's that's the way, Tabby, right? I didn't even know. Like I joined the Pro last December because I bought a for my daughter's boyfriend and her baby daddy. We bought him a new Xbox X Series, I think, and when I did it, it was cheaper to buy the Pro membership to get a bigger discount. So I did that. But I don't go to GameStop. I do all my PlayStation, all my Xbox stuff. I do it all digital, just because it's easier. I had a dog chew up one of my games one time. 3 Struck, thank you for joining. Thank you for hopping in. Come back. We will definitely talk Lorcana, and we can definitely, you'll definitely learn Lorcana because you had mentioned that earlier, right? That you were learning it. Was that you, or that you wanted to learn and had questions? I think it was you. Sorry if it wasn't. Again, you're asking if it's anything like it. So come back. I'll be on tomorrow, and we can learn. So let's talk about it tomorrow because I'm going to go to bed tonight, and so are you. Good night. Thank you for joining. See you tomorrow. Anyway, so I do all my stuff. I had a dog chew up one of my games, and I'm like, yeah, at that point, no more. I'll do digital. I can't trade them in, but whatever. It's just money, right? So I never go to GameStop. I never use the $5 credit. And I was in there the other day looking at something. I forget what it was that I was looking at. And I saw that they had booster packs. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? And I had forgotten that you get $5 credit every month. So I'd just been losing that because I got the value from my membership and I just wasn't going to renew it. I already got the value from my membership earlier, through the Xbox thing. So no big deal, right? But then I was in there doing something. I saw a booster, and I went to buy a booster, and I bought it. That's where I bought 2 of my starter packs. And they said, "Do you want to use your $5 monthly?" I'm like, "Do I? Yes, I get that. What?" So then that's when I went back. Oh my goodness! Thank you for the chilies and the roses, Tabby. I just noticed you're tossing those. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I appreciate that. Thank you. That is incredible. I was like, what? I'm going to use it. And then I was thinking $5 every month. I'll pay $1 for a pack. So I'm planning on renewing. I'm going to renew my membership, even if I just walk in there to buy 1 pack every month. I can't because my daughter's always with me, and I can't buy just 1 pack when she's with me. I have to buy at least 2. So, me trying to be a good dad or whatever. How much is it? The GameStop Pro is $25 for the year. So for the first 5 months, you go in and you buy 1 booster every month for 12 months. The first 5, you basically pay retail for those because you get a discount of $5, but you paid $25. So 5 of those, $25. So you're getting your money back for the first 5 months. But then the next 7 months, you get 7 booster packs for $1 each. You just have to do it once a month. And your $5 coupon hits on the first of every month. So I go in, whatever that first, we always, on Sundays, we always have lunch at a restaurant that's like right next to the GameStop. And so my routine is the first Sunday of every month, we have lunch, and then I run to the GameStop and get my pack. I have not graded any cards in GameStop. They're a PSA dealer, so you go in there and they send it off, I think, right? So you still have to. Tabby, thank you so much. You're awesome. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you back on our lives again. I go live every night around 8:00, sometimes a little bit later, but I try to be 8. They do a PSA, so they're a PSA drop off site. So what they do is you don't have to pay the shipping to send your card to PSA. Like you go and just pay, and then they'll box it up and ship it. But it still goes to PSA. You still have to wait like the 60+ days to get everything back from PSA. I've never had anything graded because I haven't really ever collected anything until this, and I don't have any enchanteds. I don't have anything that's worth. Actually, I do now. I was showing earlier. I have a misprint Elsa Ice Maker that I pulled. I don't know if it's going to show without my light, but if you look at the lore, let me pull it out of this sleeve. Ouch. See if it shows without the sleeve. If you look at the lore, so I can get the light just right. Oh my goodness, where is it? Let's see if I can turn it. I've got to be able to get this light on. Anyway, I'm thinking about getting this one graded. Now, PSA is the standard. There we go. All right. If you look at the lore down here, look at what it does. There we go, right there. You see that? So this card is supposed to be Quest for 2. But what they did is they printed the 2 lore on foil cardstock that is supposed to be for 3 lore. So you've got 3 ghosted lore pips down there in the corner, but it's only supposed to be 2 lore. So it's a misprint. So I'm thinking about getting this one graded. However, I'm not going to use PSA. I'm going to send it through Beckett. And here's why. Doing a little bit of research. PSA is great if your intent is, because PSA is very well known, very widely accepted. Everybody knows what PSA is. Nathan, the only problem is it's a common misprint. Almost not every one of them, but almost every single one of those foil Elsas is a misprint. So the only problem is that it's not going to have the value that a true one-off, but it's still going to be more valuable than the $2 that it is right now. If it's just a standard for sure. But anyway, PSA, everybody knows that, and it's kind of that very trusted brand and everything, and they're good. I mean, nothing wrong or nothing against PSA. From everything that I researched, and went out there and looking up, PSA, looking up, other card grading companies, because there are several out there. PSA is good if you want to send something off to get graded to then turn around and flip it and put it on eBay to try to sell it for a high price. That's where PSA is good. And again, nothing wrong with PSA. I'm going to send this, I think, to Beckett for a couple reasons. One, PSA, it's like $25 per card, unless you join their membership and all that stuff, which if I'm not sending a bunch of stuff off, there's no value in joining their membership. So it's $25 for the card to send it off to get graded. And it's going to take 60 plus days. And everybody that I've read out there, it takes that and some. Like, it takes forever to get your card back from PSA. Beckett, however, it's like $18 to get it graded. So it's a little bit cheaper. And they have a more strenuous or more stringent grading system. So a 10 Gem Mint PSA will not get, it'll get like a 9 Gem Mint Beckett. And Beckett they have a 10 Gem Mint Gold label, but then, and they allow for a couple flaws, but they have one above that they call Black Label that has to be a near flawless card. And so those are even more rare. And so Beckett is good if your intent is to collect and hold on to it for a while, right? You can still sell it. People know Beckett. It's well known. But if your intent is to send it to be graded, to put it on your wall and display and hold it, go Beckett, because you're going to get that Black Label. You're going to get the prestige from that, possibly if it's a great card. Plus, they also do, I forget what they call it. It's like PSA, when you send it off, they grade it and they give you the grade. Beckett, you can do a cheaper one. It's like $12 or something, but you don't get the subgrades. But if you pay the standard like $17, they do subgrading. And if you go out and Google Beckett Black Label or whatever, you'll see pictures and you see what I'm talking about. But on it, on that Black Label at the top where it tells what the card is, they put 4 categories that they're grading your card on. They put the corners, the centering, the edges, all of that stuff, right? The four main criteria that they're grading your card, and they give you the grade for each one of those that they assign to it that led to then that final grade of like, 9 gem mints or whatever. And so that's really cool to be able to get, granular. And that, again, from a collector standpoint, that's going to hold a lot more value. But if you want to flip it quickly, PSA is likely going to sell faster because PSA, you can even send it to them. And rather than paying shipping to send it back, you can have them listed on eBay for you. They'll sell it and then send you the cash. So nothing wrong with PSA. But I'm probably, because I'm not, as of right now, I have no intent of ever getting a card to then turn around and flip it to sell it quickly. So if I do it for grading, it's going to be a special card. So like this misprint, I'm probably going to send that off to get graded. And it's going to be one that sits in my collection. So yeah, long-winded answer to answer why not PSA, but hopefully that helps. And hopefully that maybe, again, whole thing with the channel educating. If you guys had never heard of Beckett, maybe give you something to kind of look at and think about too. Yeah, so ink, look into Beckett, Beckett. Just Google it, you'll find it. That's what I would recommend over PSA. PSA might be a little more convenient in that you can drop it off at a GameStop, whereas Beckett, you got to send it off. But long run, and do your research too. Go out there and look at it. PSA versus Beckett. And that's what I did. All kinds of Reddit forums, because when you're talking about this stuff, you want to trust the collectors, the people that are doing it. They're the ones that are buying the products, right? And so you want to read their feedback. So go in there and do that search. And you'll likely come up with the same answer, that PSA is good if you want to flip it quickly. It's good for collectors too. Don't get me wrong, right? It's good for collectors too. But from a collector standpoint, the consensus to me seems to be that Beckett is kind of the way to go. They're really close. So you won't go wrong either way. It's really all about kind of what you want to look at. And Beckett, they say on that $17, it's 25 plus days. So you can potentially get it back a little bit. And they do take, 25, 30 days. But again, in that research, Beckett does seem to, send back a lot quicker. Now, I will say that there is some controversy. So everything has its bad side of it, right? I will say that there is some kind of general feeling around that black label that they do not give you a black label even if you deserve it, because, or for some cards, because they are trying to maintain the prestige. So it's one of those things, and there's no proof of this. It's kind of that general feeling, in the community. But I could see where this comes from. That they're trying to maintain that prestige of black label Beckett. So even if yours earns a black label, you may get it back as a gold label 10 gem mint, which is still just as good. It's just not that one extra little step over. And it's because they're trying to limit the number of black labels that are out on the market, because supply and demand. The fewer there are, the higher the demand, the higher the price, the higher the prestige, right? So there are some downsides to it, but I don't see that as a major downside to say don't go Beckett, because the alternative is, even if they send you back a 10 gem mint, you're going to get a 10 gem mint from PSA, and you're going to get the same kind of, prestige there too, right? So I think at the end of the day, you can't go wrong. For me, Beckett is the way to go for my style. Anyway, I appreciate every one of you guys hanging out with me. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Appreciate all the support. I am going to go to bed because, I'm tired. I've been up for over 48 hours now, and I want some sleep. Nathan, Ink, Tabby, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the support and hanging out with me. I will be back on this week. Just give a heads up. I'm going to try to get on around 8 o'clock. I try to get on 8 to 8:30. I may be late because we're doing a thing at our church all week. We're doing a vacation Bible school in the evenings. So I probably won't get out of there until 7:30, 8 o'clock. So I may not be on live until closer to 9 o'clock this week. But I will try to get on live, if even for just an hour every day this week, unless something comes up. So stick around. But just so you guys are aware, I'm most likely going to be late to my lives this week. But thank you so much for hanging out. Join the Discord if you haven't. Look at the hit my bio, go to my links, hit my link tree, go to the Discord, join that. Let's continue the conversation. Let's talk PSA. Let's talk Beckett cards over there. Inc. Go join the Discord. Share what you find, right? And let's share that knowledge and everything, and share those opinions. But y'all have a great night, and we will hopefully talk to you guys tomorrow. Thanks, y'all. See ya. Bye.